It's Saturday night. You know what that means. Pre-season is now beginning. The US section of Manchester United pre-season is underway. Welcome to the Asylum. It's Arsenal versus Manchester United, and we are ready. We're about 35 minutes away from kickoff. I'm early because I'm ready. We're ready. Let's go. Pre-season. I'm excited. I don't know if you are. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. How is everybody doing? Welcome to United View. Smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. As I mentioned, the pre-season in the USA is about 35 minutes away. Now, 34 minutes away from getting started. And we have starting 11 team news out for both Arsenal and Manchester United. The Manchester United team news, you can see it on the screen right there. And the big breaking news in the last couple of minutes is that newest Manchester United signing, the brand new goalkeeper, Manchester United's new number 24, Andre Onana, is not in the starting 11 or the squad at all. Manchester United have released a statement explaining why he's not in the squad. He's not ready. Now, just because he's not ready to play doesn't mean he's not ready to be warming up. If Marcel was in MetLife Stadium right now in East Rutherford, New Jersey, he'd be, his eyes would be like this. He'd be so excited because he'd be looking at Andre Onana doing warm-ups, because he is warming up with the rest of the Manchester United goalkeepers, but he's not ready to play just yet. So you can see the starting 11 on the screen right there. I can read it out to you, as well as Arsenal starting 11 too. An interesting one from Erik ten Hag. Not exactly the one that I had predicted he would select, but an interesting one nevertheless. Tom Heaton starts in goal. So again, no Andre Onana. He is there warming up with the goalkeepers, but he's not ready to play. So we've got Tom Heaton debutising instead for him. No Dean Henderson on the bench. We'll get to the bench in just a second. But in front of Tom Heaton, Manchester United's number 22, we've got a back four of Luke Shaw at left back. Lisandro Martinez, the butcher, is at centre back alongside Rafael Varane. Aaron Wan-Bissaka starts at right back over Diogo Dalot, which I was a little bit surprised by. I'll give you my analysis on the team in just a second. Midfield 2, it looks to be a 4-2-3-1, it must be said, that you can see on the screen right now. Kobbie Mainoo, after his impressive start to the pre-season schedule for Manchester United, that first game in Oslo and then the follow-up game in Edinburgh, he keeps his space, which again is a big signal of intent and a big praise, I think, from Erik ten Hag. He keeps his place alongside Mason Mount in midfield. In front of them, you've got Alejandro Garnacho starting on the left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes plays the first game officially as Manchester United captain with the armband firmly on his arm. Anthony, he's the answer to the right-hand side, certainly for the first half. Today, he's on the right. And Jadon Sancho, once again, starts as a false nine. So what does that mean when it comes to the bench? I'll tell you exactly what it means when it comes to the bench. You've got Vitek, Bishop as the goalkeepers. No Dean Henderson on the bench. Interesting, even though he flew out with them to the USA. You've also got Diogo Dalot, Fernandes, Lindelof, Maguire, Williams as the defenders on the bench. You've got Ahmad, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Dan Gore on the bench too, with Hannibal, Scott McTominay, Facundo Pellistri, Donny van der Beek, and then really the only other attacking options we've got Amari Forson, we've got Marcus Rashford, who I thought was going to be starting up front. He's not, and I suppose you've got Ahmad actually is technically someone else they could bring on, but our attacking options are limited, it must be said. So I'll give you my analysis in just a second. The Arsenal team news, just for comparison. So United have gone fairly strong, not completely strong, you would argue, because you haven't got the likes of Casemiro in there. You haven't got Rashford starting, of course. So there could be an argument to say we're not totally at 100%. We're maybe at sort of 90, considering we don't have, obviously, Onana. We don't have Rashford. We don't have Casemiro. So we're sort of at 85, maybe-ish, 85-ish percent. Arsenal, meanwhile, their team consists of Ramsdale in goal. They've got Jurrien Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu as their back four. A midfield three that looks like Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Martin Odegaard. Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah are their front three. So fairly full strength, not completely. They've got a bench of Hine, Runnison, Tierney, Holding, White, Kiwor, Trusty, Partey, Jorginho, Smith-Rowe, Trossard, Vieira, Marquinhos, Cozier, Dubry, Jesus, and Balogun. So again, a couple of first teamers on the bench for them, but you could argue that they've maybe gone a little bit stronger than we have. Let me know your thoughts too in the comment section below, live chat, whatever it's called. What are your thoughts on the starting 11? What are your thoughts on a couple of key players maybe being left out and placed on the bench. We do know, of course, that this team that starts this game most likely will just play 45 minutes. So maybe there could be an argument made that Ten Hag doesn't want the team to get ridiculously maybe embarrassed in the second half if he just had a load of youngsters and Arsenal then suddenly brought on a load of senior players and blew us out of the water. So maybe he's purposely holding some senior players back, like a Rashford, like a Casemiro, like an Eriksen, like a Lindelof, like a Maguire, like a Dalot. So there are still plenty of big names that can come on too. But as I mentioned, no Andre Onana as well. A couple of super chats and memberships out to the gate. Taneu, shout out Taneu, by the way, because I saw this, they joined the UV Members Club super early on. So big up to them. And if you wish to join them in the UV Members Club, you can do so. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. Or just click the join button. I think the join button's there on the YouTube app now. It never used to be. And Treble Champ says, off my nut, big up Owen, legend of the game. Wow, yeah, it's early. Treble Champ, from excitement, I hope. What else have we got here in the chat as well? SJ says, everyone please hit the like button for a win. Yes, predictions as well. We are going to get some reaction from Times Square from that preview that set social media on fire today when it comes to Flex and KG chatting with Robbie and Turkish from AFTV2. Joe says, like the balance, we can't all have a B-side squad in the second half. Kind of saying maybe purposely holding people back. Stella says, let's hope that Sancho finds the net today. That was the one thing that I was concerned about when I saw that team straight out the gate. I said, well, again, it's not the strongest team. It's about, 85% there. But I look at that team and I go, where are the goals coming from? Because you've got a front four there of Sancho needs to be more clinical. Antony needs to be more clinical. Garnacho can be clinical, but sometimes he can be somewhat wasteful. He can get in great positions, and I'm really excited to see Garnacho start today. Bruno does score goals, but can be wasteful as well in front of goal. So I'm looking at that front four, and I'm not completely writing them off, but I'm just saying they need to be clinical because they're not going to get as many chances as they got against Lyon in Edinburgh. Of course, Antony and Sancho both started that game. It's the first appearance of pre-season for both Bruno and Alejandro Garnacho. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the development of Garnacho this season. I'm excited to see him run at players, get at players today. It's a big season. He's got a new contract. He's burst his way onto the first team scene now. Same with Bruno Fernandes as well. It's a big season for him. He's officially the captain. We're expecting more from Antony this season. He's had a season to settle in. Now, truly, is he the answer to the right-hand side? We're going to have to wait and see. Jadon Sancho as that false nine. Ugh. I'm still like, that false nine, that's just, that's the concern, isn't it? The false nine, that's not his position. That's not Jadon Sancho's position. If we had a striker through the door, I'm not sure this would be a position that Jadon Sancho would be playing in right now. Slightly surprised that Marcus Rashford is not playing in the striking position starting, but maybe it's just a case of, again, holding up the players back, trying to have somewhat equally strong teams in the second half too, because he will make the changes. Or maybe this is just a thing going forward. Maybe this is something that Jadon Sancho will be doing this season. I hope not, because again, he's not suited for it, certainly either. I did have this reaction when I saw Sancho as the false nine. I literally went, ooh. It was one of those, certainly. What else have we got here in the chat too? Love says, I'm nervous, not going to lie, guys. I'm saying 2-2 as well. AK-47, the account, not a weapon. Although, says, we need a number 9 as soon as possible. What do we got here? V-Cobra says, get off Antony's back, you so-called fans. Well, there's a fine line, isn't there, VK Cobra, I think, when it comes to Antony this season. I think it's fair to expect more from him. I think it's fair to want to see improvement from him. I don't think it was fair, and to be honest, quite a lot of the criticism of Antony, I think, came outside of Manchester United fans. I mean, there were opposition fans that were desperate to say, he's a flop. He's flopped at United. He was 100 million euros. They never say the currency. He was 100 million. They try and even compare Declan Rice to Anthony in terms of price tag. They're nowhere near in terms of the price tag. But it does come a lot from outside fans. But I think from a Manchester United fan's perspective, you want to see more. You want to see develop. If Anthony has the same season that he had last season at United, you would say that's kind of stagnating a little bit. I think it's time to expect more. There's going to be pressure on Jadon Sancho this season, the third season. The sample size is pretty strong at this point. Again, you back the players, but it's fine to have expectations, certainly, as well. Mr. D7 says, really looking forward to see how Bruno and Mason link up. Yes, of course, the first time Bruno Fernandes would have played alongside Mason Mount. And I'm excited to see, again, Kobbie Mainoo in this bigger game against better players, a pressure situation. Sold out MetLife Stadium. It's going to be a record amount of revenue for a soccer game in that stadium. So it's a big game. It's pre-season, but certainly the vibe that I've got just on social media and chatting to people today is that, as Ten Hag said it himself, there is no such thing as a friendly, or certainly from their point of view, that, and it's, we've got outs on both sides. If we lose, we'll go, it's pre-season, but if we win, we'll be like, come on, it's definitely, it feels big, doesn't it? Absolutely. Another super chat here from Lil Yo-Yo says, let's see how Mainoo does. I'm a bat coming. Wow. From Lil Yo-Yo. Big up Lil Yo-Yo, long-time supporter, moderator on the channel. I can see all the mods in the chat as well. So yes, big up everyone too. As I mentioned, I do want to get to this early because I've got a bit I want to... there's a bit I want to get off my chest, folks. I've got to... it just needs to get out. It's just like trapped wind. Sometimes you just got to get it out. This is what happened when Flex and KG met up with Turkish and someone called Don Robbie in Times Square to preview the game. And there was very salacious
accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
put about Erik ten Hag and his building of this Manchester United side. I want you to take a look at this. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, okay? Here is what Don Robbie said. This is what he said about how Ten Hag is trying to copy Mikel Arteta. I couldn't believe it.
I look on it, and I say that, listen, I respect what United are trying to do. Ten Hag's come in,
wicked,
and he's looking at the blueprint at Arsenal, and he's sort of trying to follow in a similar way. So you see him bringing in, even now with Onana, bringing in a goalkeeper going to play in the style that he wants to play at. That's similar to what...
I don't think he's looking at Arsenal. That's just what he does. That's
how
he builds his team.
That's similar to what Arteta...
Tell him again.
Right?
Isn't it, though?
Tell him again.
Don't look at him, Mikel Arteta, say, I want to be like him.
Arteta's a fool.
No.
Man.
He didn't learn. No, I'm not letting you say that.
He tried it, bro.
He said that.
I don't think he is.
No way.
You don't think...
Ten Hag's won more in his career than Arteta.
Hold on. You don't think he's looking at the
semi-final?
You don't think he's looking at the blueprint of what Arteta done?
No.
And that Arteta had to get rid of a lot of players. Hold on. Arteta had to be ruthless and get rid of certain players. He had to get rid of Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's coming in to get rid of Ronaldo.
No, he got rid of Ronaldo.
He had to bring in a goalkeeper that he wanted to play his style, right? Ten Hag is doing the same sort of thing.
No, but he's not doing it because Arteta's done it. He's not in his office going,
what I'm saying...
Arteta did this and that, so I better do that.
That's how let me say something.
He didn't watch Amazon. He didn't watch the documentary.
Let me say something. All right, put everything you just said aside. As fan bases, not just United, Chelsea too, Tottenham too. Over the last 12 months, your tones have changed as well. As much as you man get onto someone like me, because my tones changed. You man tones have changed because hold on, man used to rip us for trust the process, yeah, I get that. But now you man are all trusting processes.
You man have been trusting the process for 20 years.
Ten Hag or not Ten Hag, as fans, you lot have looked at what Arteta's done as well and said, that's what we need to do.
100%.
Yeah, we have to build the same way
because you've seen.
We have to
you've tried.
That's how you build a team. That's how you build a team.
You've tried like the other. You've tried the other method of
going
after.
No, Arteta is not Ten Hag's role model.
You man are spending 105 million for plain rice.
Listen,
that's crazy. That's for me. No stew, no rice and peas.
Okay.
Go nothing. Just
you would have loved him. You would have loved him at United.
Of course.
And it was the sort of signing you usually make.
So right now,
I'm saying, right, that you're still in a building process.
Absolutely.
Whether you like it or not,
we are.
You have changed. Hold on.
Well.
You have changed from how you used to do things, which is, let's just go and get Pogba. Or let's go and get Ronaldo. And you are trying to build something Like what Arteta's done.
No, but right now, we've actually switched places.
Like what Arteta's
You man are
done.
spending a lot of money. I don't even know where you're going to play Kai Havertz because you don't know.
Well, you don't worry
That's a lot of
about
money
us.
spent.
You don't have to worry
That's what I'm
about it.
saying. You man are the money
You don't
man
have to
now.
worry about
Okay,
it.
all right, listen. Right.
So you're trying to tell me that Erik ten Hag has copied or is copying the blueprint set by Mikel Arteta?
You are on crack.
I mean, if we want to talk about copying, if we want to discuss copying, let's have a look at Arsenal at the moment. Last year, they went in for Lisandro Martinez. Who did he used to play for? Oh, Ajax. He came to us instead. This year, they signed Jurrien Timber. They're linked to Kudus. I know that Chelsea are also linked to Kudus, but they're linked to him as well. Meanwhile, the basis of Erik ten Hag copying Mikel Arteta is that he got rid of David De Gea and signed a goalkeeper, which is what happened at Arsenal. They got rid of Leno and brought in Aaron Ramsdale. Or bear in mind, the goalkeeper that Erik ten Hag brought in, he first started working with in 2017, when Mikel Arteta was still putting the cones out at Manchester City. Meanwhile, also, if you want to talk about copying other people, Mikel Arteta, who's he got in his squad at the moment? Zinchenko, Jesus, people from Manchester City as well. I mean, when on earth did Arsenal invent signing a goalkeeper? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I mean, madness. Absolute madness. And all this talk, all this bravado from a team. Last season, what did they do? What did they do? What did they win? That second place trophy looks gorgeous, doesn't it? How many other people have that second place trophy? Even us, in the last decade of pure failure, we've got a couple of second place trophies too. Guess what? They don't exist. And they talk all this talk about Arteta this, Arteta that. I also heard him say that Declan Rice chose us over Manchester City. I went, no, they didn't. Manchester City went up to a certain level in terms of how much they were willing to bid, and then eventually they said, we're not going that high. Arsenal went higher. He went to Arsenal. Let's not try and gaslight the facts here, folks. Oh my goodness me. I couldn't believe it. I was literally flabbergasted. And look, it's only a friendly, but oh my God, I don't think they realise the pressure that is on Arsenal this season, because guess what? They've got to succeed. We're speaking from experience here. When you buy a player over 100 million, that guy's got to be like an 8 out of 10 every game, because if he's not, people will be ready to be talking about Declan Rice. I'm telling you tonight, Declan Rice, if he does one pass that literally goes out of play, they'll be going, 100 million? What kind of rice is that? Your rice is off. You got food poisoning. Honestly, it's going to be ridiculous. So, I mean, the nerve, the nerve that Arteta has laid out this blueprint that Erik ten Hag is copying right now. If Erik ten Hag copied anyone, it was Cruyff. It's the Ajax philosophy. That's who he's copied. You know, or if anything, there's an argument to be made that there's an influence of Pep Guardiola on him. Because guess what? Erik ten Hag worked with Pep the same way that Arteta did. There's a lot of projection going on there, isn't there? Oh my goodness me. Nuts. Absolutely crazy. And it set social media on fire. Breathe and believe. That copium and hopium is strong. You've got to be careful, folks. You've got to talk to Frank or something like that. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. And guess what? Arsenal might win tonight, but it doesn't matter. It's pre-season. But if we win, oh my goodness me. We'd have beaten the greatest team of all time in the eyes of the Arsenal fans, of course. They've basically already won the league. They pushed Manchester City close until they didn't really, and the season ended very flat for them last season. And guess what? Every other competition they went out of during that time is because they had bigger fish to fry. They were just focusing on the league, and then they didn't do anything in the league, actually. They ended up losing to the likes of Brighton at home, you know, which we did, but guess what? We didn't tell anyone we were going to win the league. There might have been a very vocal minority saying title charge in January, but that fell off very, very quickly. So, I just couldn't believe it, honestly. Absolutely insane. Absolutely mental. If you are just joining us, as I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Team news is on the screen right there on the right-hand side. Tom Heaton in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez, the butcher, as the two centre-backs. Luke Shaw completes out the back four at left back. You've then then got Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount in the midfield. 2 in front of them. Anthony on the right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes, big up Paolo, is the captain. Of course, he's in the 10 position. Alejandro Garnacho starts. And Jadon Sancho, once again, as a false 9. Marcus Rashford is on the bench with a plethora, basically the rest of the squad, minus Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson is not on the bench. I think that's the only player that's part of that squad that's not on the bench. And Andre Onana too. He is not on the bench. He's not in the squad, but he's on the pitch training. There's like a whole thing. Sirens. Come on. Get the sirens in the chat. I mean, it wouldn't be the first preseason without the sirens, of course, would it? Andre Onana, as I mentioned, is with the squad. He's on the pitch. He's doing the warm-up, but he's not ready to start just yet, according to Manchester United. That was a statement that they released just before kickoff, saying that he wasn't available or ready to play just yet, which, to be honest, it did feel like, didn't it, that it was maybe a bit close, and it was maybe a bit of a tight call, considering how quickly he flew out there. I mean, I saw someone actually document his sort of traveling over the last 7 days, and it's crazy. Like the amount of different flights he's done, from Milan to Carrington to the US, and then bus rides. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. So maybe they just felt that they didn't have enough time. He'll definitely play against Real Madrid in Houston. Obviously, he's not going to be part of the team that plays against Wrexham in California, in San Diego the day prior, but he'll play against Real Madrid in Houston. Then, of course, he'll play against Dortmund in Vegas as well. So he'll play a part in the tour, but not in today's game, which is a bit unfortunate. I think people were getting, myself included, very excited about it. And Man United were firmly on the offensive when it came to the marketing of Andre Onana today. We've seen videos, we've seen TikToks, we've seen pictures. There's pictures of him meeting up with Ten Hag. There's pictures of him in training. There's videos of him doing passing drills, which I know I can speak exclusive information here. Cam and Marcel were very excited about. They were absolutely, they loved it. Even though I sent it to Flex, and he did make a really good point. It was like basic passing, but that's kind of where we are when it comes to passing out from the back. So we're not going to see the Onana masterclass, the Onana passing incredible display just yet. That's going to come later on in the week, but still something to look forward to. But still, that's a solid defense. That's a solid team, and it's pre-season too, so that team's not going to play the full 90. It's only going to be 45, and then a completely new team's going to come on too. I did just see, by the way, whilst we were playing that clip of Flex and KG talking to the AFTV guys, that, and I want to make double check that I've got this right. Basically, regardless of the result here this evening, folks, we're getting a penalty shootout. Why, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's going to determine a winner or a loser or anything like that. But yes, regardless of the score, at the end of the 90 minutes, we're getting a penalty shootout. So, I mean, can't even see if Onana's good at saving penalties. That would have been, I mean, it was set up for Andre Onana, wasn't it? Could you imagine if he'd have played? Maybe he'll just do the penalties. Can he do that? There's no rules. It's a friendly. Do that. I'm not even joking. Is that a possibility? I'd put him in. I'd be asking around. You're not ready to play. You're ready to do penalties though. Of course. Come on. Just go in goal for the penalties. Maybe. I mean, they haven't confirmed that, but I wouldn't rule it out. Maybe. Because again, that would be so set up, wouldn't it? You know, if he was involved in the game and then it was a draw, but we won the penalty shootout and Onana did it. Or even, again, if it's a draw and he just comes in to do the penalties. That would be quite exciting. But, again, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe just for the entertainment value. It would be a bit shit if, for instance, we lost like 4-0 and then it's like, right, on to penalties. And then we win on penalties. It's a moral victory. It's the penalties that really count. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a case of if it's like a 0-0 purely for entertainment value. That's the only thing I can think of is just for the fact of, there's going to be goals and people that will be watching will get to see goals. In terms of, again, from a pre-season strategic tactical point of view, I genuinely don't know what it offers in terms of just experience of taking penalties in front of 80,000+ fans in a somewhat pressure situation. Again, maybe that's what it's about, of just, I mean, I'm reaching as to why they would do that. only thing I can assume is just pure entertainment value as well. Maybe, I'm not sure. We've got a super chat here. He's here. Yes, he being one. Zayn Miassi is in the chat saying, you won't get past Saliba, Rice and Timber. Come on, you Gunners. Well, we'll see, Zayn. Very confident Zayn Miassi has been. I feel like, this has been his moment. He told everyone last year they were winning the league. He told everyone that they were going to be lifting that Premier League trophy. I'm sure he was probably one of those people. Some people asking, hey, it's only like a £2 super chat. I think it's because of a rumour that he spent 30 grand on one of those final day tickets to the Emirates, the game that they were going to lift the Premier League trophy, until they realised like 6 weeks left that they weren't. And everyone was going, oh, I've got Ian Beale. I've got nothing left in the bank account because they spent all the money going to a game that didn't matter. We'll see, Zayn Miassi. We'll see what happens in this pre-season game. And again, if it doesn't go our way, it doesn't matter. It's pre-season. The game that really, truly matters is the game that's, the third game of the season? Second game of the season? Fourth? When do we play Arsenal at the Emirates? Something like that? I think it's fourth, isn't it? The first away game's against Spurs, the second one's against Arsenal. Point being is our first 2 away trips are both to North London. And I'm happy to get them out of the way early, actually. I'm quite a big proponent of playing those big games first, and then you can end the season in style and against sort of lesser teams that you should be winning. Lil Yo says, Owen, you missed the pun. Amrabat, I'm a bat. Right, I see. I did think it was odd, but it was one of those ones. I started off the show red hot. I thought, I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I'm a bat. Amrabat. I am a bat. Yeah. It's not some of your better work, Lil Yo-Yo. That's coming from a friend. You know me. I love a pun. I'm people can, laugh at it. And people can say, oh, it's like sarcasm, lowest form of wit. To me, pun's genius. Put it on a shirt. Pun is a genius. So, I mean, I've got high standards. Good is not good enough. Even pun work, yeah? But I love Lil Yo-Yo. He's a top quality supporter and mod. Marcus says, this is the best Man United fan channel. Intelligent content and great insight. No arrogance here. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that's been tuning in. We've got a ton of new subscribers over the last couple of days. We're over 145,000 subscribers on the road to 150. A load of people have been really enjoying the pre-season content. You know us. That's what we do. It's about football chat, it's about fun, it's about not taking things too seriously and just being supporters and not being, mean and all that kind of stuff. And having fun with it, particularly when it comes to the pre-season stuff. Obviously, it's there to be talking about football and all that kind of stuff, but if you're in a place like New York, you want to see the sights, you want to have amazing backdrops. And shout out Josh, by the way. I know for a fact the chat's going to give just Josh, graphics guru visual ninja, his flowers right now, because his cinematography, his videography, his lighting, his editing, his production, they're in New Jersey, so kind of, all that kind of stuff, because he is a genius. I mean, he genuinely does not get the credit that truly he deserves. I would put his stuff up against anyone, and I'm not just saying that because he's one of my best friends. He is a genius. He is absolutely, the talent is incredible with him. And just like if you look at the intros, or you look at, again, some of the shots, drone shots over stadiums, over Biggie Smalls memorial murals, it's nuts. The guy is absolutely incredible. So shout out to him, shout out to Flex, shout out to KG, and shout out to all of you, because without any of you, it's not possible. And we're only just getting started. We are still just a baby, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And what better way to spend your Saturday night? Screw watching Netflix. You can watch us instead. Yeah. We were about 6 minutes away from kickoff at MetLife Stadium. Arsenal versus Manchester United, the first of the pre-season fixtures in the USA. You can see actually all of the pre-season fixtures that are going to be happening throughout the entirety of this pre-season on the scroller below. Obviously, you can see the results so far. 2-0 against Leeds in Oslo, 1-0 against Lyon in Edinburgh. Now today you've got the match against Arsenal in it's New York. It's not. It's New Jersey. It's East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's a strange one because you get like the New York Giants play there, but it's in New Jersey. You've got Man United versus Wrexham as well. That's in San Diego at Snapdragon Stadium in California. It's going to be the academy players and Johnny Evans playing against them. The next day, we're doing back-to-back days next week. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of caffeine involved. Real Madrid versus Manchester United in Houston, Texas. Howdy, y'all. Then we've got Manchester United versus Dortmund on July the 31st in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, Sin City, hopefully, won't be too sinful for us. We then got Manchester United versus Lens at Old Trafford back in Manchester on August 5th. And then once again, back-to-back days, we've got Man United versus Athletic Bilbao in Dublin. So a stacked pre-season for us here at United View, and we wouldn't have it any other way, and we'll have full coverage of all of it. Again, you know us. We'll be here. I will be here in the Asylum, guiding you through it. Flex and KG will be all over the various locations. Did you hear, by the way, actually, did you hear KG's posh press conference voice when he spoke to Eric Ten Hag yesterday? Hi, Eric. Oh, big up KG, because I know the nerves. I know that he has spoken to me about the nerves. When he was at Carrington before, talking to Eric Ten Hag, he was in toilet, and he was looking in the mirror. Hi, KG here, United View. And yesterday, it was proper again. It was because, and again, knowing how these things work, sometimes you might just get one question, but if you're clever, you can get a follow-up, or if you just sort of go very quickly, you know, it might not be the moral thing to do because lots of people have got questions to ask, but you can jump in quite quick and go, and also, and I think that's what KG did, but hi, hi Eric, Marcus Rashford. I mean, the pronunciation and the enunciation was very good. That wasn't KG, that was Kevin Gary. There's two different people. There's KG, and then that was Mr. Gary, actually. That wasn't even Kevin Gary, that was Mr. Gary. Hi Eric. Kevin here. Big up to both of them. Asked great questions. Flex's was about Andre Onana and his teammates adapting to him. KG's was about Marcus Rashford. Interestingly, what position is he going to be playing this season? Because it's a good question, because obviously we know that the preference and the hope would be that he'd be primarily based on the left-hand side, but in this pursuit of getting a striker in Rasmus Højlund and the lack of availability of Anthony Martial, who, by the way, is not on the bench today, so once again, Martial's still injured, not ready to play, it means that Marcus Rashford might be playing up front more often than not, if indeed we don't get a striker, which again, I think we will. So, yeah, it's an interesting one, and basically Ten Hag said, well, they'll play in both locations. Again, we are 2 minutes away from kickoff. We've got the American national anthem playing. Not going to do the whole thing. I don't even know the whole national anthem. I just know whenever I watch the Super Bowl, it's that big bit where people get really excited. I recall is it Fergie? Not our Fergie, as in Sir Alex Ferguson. Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas did a American national anthem at an NBA game, I believe. I don't know which NBA game it was. It might have been an NBA Finals. I don't know if you can indulge me or let me know which one it was in the live chat. But she did like almost a jazz version, and it was horrible. It was absolutely terrible, to the point where the NBA, the basketball players were laughing when she was singing it. It's like one of the most cringiest things you will ever see in your life. If you haven't seen it, YouTube it, Google it, whatever way you have to find it. Fergie's rendition of the national anthem in America, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't even know if you'll be able to finish it and get all the way through. It's that like secondhand cringe. You know, sometimes it's so cringe that you have to pause and go, I can't even watch it. I cannot make it all the way through that. When I first saw it, I went, this is nuts. Proper like like a jazz club. And then they've got the cameras on people's faces and they're beside themselves. Lil Yo says it was bad. Hip Hop Geek says, yeah, it was the All-Star game. And I'm not even this is someone that doesn't watch basketball, and even I saw that. It was several years ago, but it's awful. It's so bad. You know what I mean? Just go out there. If that's your role, go out there, sing it. You know, boom, go home, get off the pitch, basically, or get off the court. That's about it. I mean, one of the best US national anthems, wasn't it? Like Whitney Houston did it at the Super Bowl, and it's like well known to be one of the best ones ever, I think. Yeah, just go out there and bow it out. It's it was terrible, absolutely awful. What else have we got here? A couple of super chats. Red Devils says, hoping to see UV at Houston. I reckon the way KG moves in the vlogs, it won't be difficult to spot him in a crowd, even from a mile. You're probably right, Red Devils 99, because KG, he'll be there, selfie stick in hand, you know, some form of hat. I mean, it's a bit too hot, I think, over there for the sort of woolen hat. Most likely the baseball cap will be on. But you're right, it won't be too difficult to spot. And those people that are going to these games and want to know, how do I find Flex and KG and Josh? How do I chat with them? Or any of the meetups and stuff like that. I know I've said this a million times, but truly it is true. We have gotten so many messages, so many DMs about how do we meet up with the guys? How do I, where the guy's going to be at the stadium and all that kind of stuff. Follow us on all of the socials. You can see there, bottom right-hand corner, at United View TV, on everything. They're the best places to get all of that information, particularly on Instagram. Tons of Insta stories and all that kind of stuff. That's the way to find out. So hopefully you do meet up with them if you are at the games. Chimera says, Tau KG, I was here before the meltdown. Hashtag he must know. Wow. I mean, what, a meltdown from me today or from him as well? I'm not sure. I won't be a meltdown unless it gets really, really bad. Unless we're like, 5-0 down in 10 minutes. We've lived through some terrible results last season. Pre-season can't do anything to you. No, we lived through losing 7-0 in basically one half against Liverpool at Anfield. We lost a pre-season game against Arsenal. We'll brush it off. No problem. Hassan says, Owen, have you been listening to Biggie? Well, this was put up to me the other day. I know Notorious B.I.G. songs. Genuinely, I do. Which surprised a lot of people, but I actually do, yes. Ensing says, when is it supposed to start? Well, I thought it was going to be starting now. But I think there's maybe a bit of a delay. Let me get the commentary go. Yeah, it's just checking here. It says that actually kickoff has been slightly delayed, with the two teams yet to emerge from the tunnel. So why it's been delayed, I don't know. But I was having so much fun chatting that I didn't even know it was 10 o'clock. But again, just a bit of an update when it comes to the team news. Again, you can see that on the right hand side. Again, I'm not sure actually why it's been delayed or anything like that. JP87TM says they're late. It's the Flex and KG judge. Yeah, maybe Flex touched some of the timing equipment or something like that. I mean, it's typical, isn't it? A match few that were early and the kickoff's late. Victor says, Owen, where is Marcel? I would assume at home. I mean, I don't know. It's always strange when people ask me those questions. They'll go, where is so-and-so? The other day someone said, where is DJ? I went, what, right now? I don't know. Possibly at home, I would hope. But it's Saturday. He might be out. I'm not sure. Marcel, probably at home watching. He might even be in the chat as well. It's very difficult to pin down Marcel. He's a very difficult person to know where he is at any point because, again, he lives outside of time. So he might be in sort of 1949 for all I know or whatever. I don't know. So that would answer that question. He lives outside of the space-time continuum, and he only enters into it when he has to do streams. I'm just seeing now, I'm hearing that kickoff is going to be at 10:08 p.m. our time. So it's been delayed again. Oh, the players are now out on the pitch. There you go. Players are now out on the pitch. Arsenal away kit is actually rancid, isn't it? Whoa. How very ugly. It's But yes, teams out on the pitch. there was Arsenal have already played one pre-season fixture so far in the US. They played the MLS All-Stars. They won, what, 5-0? I think it was. Mortita says, Marcel thinks Doctor Who is an actual documentary series in real time. That is really a luminous kit by Arsenal, isn't it? Wow. Proper highlighter pen. Real sort of highlighter settings. I thought our highlighter kit was bad. Theirs might even be brighter than ours. They look like a bunch of lollipop ladies. Huge attendance there at MetLife Stadium as well. As I mentioned, it is a sellout. I'm certainly not going to be able to not see the Arsenal players. Tom Heaton in goal, number 22. How long he's going to be a Manchester United player for, we genuinely don't know, do we? There are rumours that he could be headed to Luton, particularly now that the goalkeeping situation is resolved. And Gina says, where's Minna? I would assume again at home, maybe. Shout out Minna though. I saw she did a watch along for the Women's World Cup game. England won 1-0 against Haiti. So if you want coverage of that, you can go check out her channel. Road to 1K, I believe she's on. Links in the video description below, actually. It should be. It should be in the video description below, so you can check out her channel. Red Baron with a super chat said, Marcel might have a point. Apparently time doesn't exist, theorized by scientists. Isn't that the point that time is relative? When it comes to this game, time does also definitely not exist because we're going to be 8 minutes late for kickoff. I'm going to be talking about the Arsenal kit a lot, I think. It genuinely looks like our kit last season that somebody ran over with their tyre. Sort of highlighter kit, and then someone literally just sort of decided we're going to run over that. They've got a load of like trails everywhere on them. Good atmosphere inside the stadium though, certainly appears. Again, it's a completely sold out crowd at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Not to be confused with New York. Different states, different place. And if you haven't already, click that like button as well. See if we can get to 500 likes for halftime. We're over halfway there, actually. We're currently at 268 likes. So if you haven't already, click that like button and be sure to subscribe too. There's a live subscriber ticker in the top right-hand corner. The real-time one's back. YouTube fixed it, by the way. As Bruno Fernandes stands over the ball in the centre circle, Bruno's going to be kicking off as Manchester United captain as well. I'm ready. Come on. Come on. Erik ten Hag is ready, standing in his grey polo shirt. Kobbie Mainoo looks around, takes it all in. The first of many big games in a big stadium for Kobbie, maybe. There's Kai Havertz. Mikel Arteta. His assistant manager used to be the assistant manager at Manchester United under Louis van Gaal. Can't remember his name. Someone in the chat will let me know. But he used to be Louis van Gaal's assistant coach. Along with Ryan Giggs, of course. Let's go. And we're off! Yes! The game is underway. That pitch looks nasty, by the way. That pitch looks rubbish. It's proper like American pitch. You know, like when you play it on FIFA and the pitch is like really light. Man United trying to play out from the back, though. Here's Rafael Varane. And high intense pressing from Arsenal straight out of the gate. Mason Mount just lost his foot in there a little bit. As Bruno Fernandes tries to put pressure on Arsenal, who already have the ball. But yes, that pitch is not the best pitch I think I've ever seen. The pitch looks a bit long and a bit patchy in areas. But I suppose it's not a typical football stadium. It's usually an American football stadium, an NFL thing for the Giants. But yeah, particularly on, I think on United's left-hand side, it's patchy. It looks like there's sand. Yeah, I'm not sure about that pitch at all. God, it looks terrible. Arsenal have the ball, though, playing out from the back. Gabriel puts the ball up the pitch. I think it was Varane won that header. And United now trying to look to win the ball back. It's an Arsenal throw-in. Thought that was a United throw-in. That kit from Arsenal is well and truly an eyesore as well. They just look like big yellow blurs. All Elite says, have we got Rashford, Cass and Onana on the bench? We've got Rashford and Casemiro on the bench. Andre Onana not ready to play just yet. He did warm up, though, with his team and his other goalkeepers. But as of right now, he is not ready to play. He'll make his debut against Real Madrid in Houston later on in the week. Here come Arsenal on the attack. Switch over to the right-hand side. Oh, here's Bukayo Saka. Cuts inside. Not a lot of opposition. Puts the ball in. And Leacher heads the ball away. Saka once again on United's left-hand side. Jadon Sancho still in the false nine, so he's going to be pressing people. Bruno Fernandes really putting Gabriel under pressure there. And Arsenal very comfortable on the ball. This is a big test for Arsenal, for Man United certainly. Arsenal, again, for all of the bravado and all that kind of stuff, it's a strong Arsenal side, comfortable on the ball, will press you certainly. United so far look like they're fairly comfortable to have. I tell you what, Sancho is going to put Ramsdale under pressure. He's not. Ramsdale puts the ball straight out for a throw-in. Good first kick. A kick that David De Gea would be proud of. Of course, Manchester United copying that blueprint by bringing in Andre Onana. Same thing that he did, that Arteta did with Ramsdale. Vacation Pappy's been a member for 12 months. Appreciate 12 months of support. Says second half midfield of Donny, Casemiro and Eriksen will be very interesting. Well, as I said earlier on, obviously it'll be, you would think maybe a somewhat weaker side in the second half. But there are still, senior players, international players to come on. The nerve, by the way, on the advertising hoardings, they're showing a New York City game owned by Citigroup. Whilst Manchester United are playing, get out of here. Not having that. Mount gives the ball to Martinez. Was a bit under pressure, managed to get the ball out of his feet. And that's a foul by Gabriel, I think, on Jadon Sancho. It's proper difficult to make out some of these Arsenal players with this kit on, by the way. I'm like, who? There's Varane. All the way back to Tom Heaton in goal. I'm surprised that Tom Heaton's been allowed to wear that goalkeeping kit. It's not the same shade of yellow, but sometimes that's an issue. Oh, that's a bad pass by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He put Kobbie Mainoo under pressure. Didn't even give him the ball, and now Arsenal have won it back. But a poor pass from Arsenal. Goes straight to Jadon Sancho, but the ball given away again. Ball over the top, overhit, goes straight to Tom Heaton. There's a couple of sloppy passes from both sides there. Both trying to just find their rhythm a little bit. Ball rolled out to Varane. Back to Tom Heaton in goal. Gives it to Lisandro Martinez. Wasn't the best touch. Gets out of his feet. Gives it to Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Goes long. He was aiming for Bruno Fernandes. Bruno's in. Bruno's in behind. Bruno Fernandes. Cuts back. Squares it. Mason Mount. Oh, it's Anthony. Scuffed it. Oh, it's a shocking finish. Anthony. That needed to go in. I mean, it's just a simple ball over the top by Luke Shaw. Bruno, I thought Bruno was going to take the shot. He cuts it back to Anthony, scuffs it. And this is the thing that people will say about Anthony. This is the thing. By the way, so many people with the bleached hair. That's why I thought it was Mason Mount. But it's a simple ball over the top by Shaw to Bruno. Cuts it back. He's got plenty of space nearly on the penalty spot. And he scuffs it. That's a chance. I mean, maybe you could put it down to the pitch being bad, but minimum you're thinking get that on target. I mean, I thought he'd scuffed it so much it might trickle into the bottom corner, but it's a poor finish by Anthony. Again, maybe you might blame the pitch for a bobble, but you're expecting more, and people will be talking. People will be talking about that. When it comes to Anthony, what did we say before kickoff? Got to be more clinical. That's pressure by Manchester United on Arsenal. Nearly played it out from the back, but Arsenal still have it. But nearly 6 minutes in, and already United might feel like they should be 1-0 up. A big opportunity missed by Anthony. Ten Hag said it after the last game, got to be clinical. When you have chances, particularly against big teams, friendly or not, you have to take them. That's a foul on Havertz. He takes it quickly. Odegaard puts it out to Bukayo Saka. He's up against Luke Shaw. Cuts inside, gives it back to Odegaard. About 25 yards out. Now back out to Bukayo Saka. Boos ring out. Looks like maybe we've got more United fans in attendance. No surprise. We're massive. And Nketiah goes down. It's not a foul. And well done. Good pressure by Manchester United. There's a good energy to this one. There's a good energy. There's a good atmosphere. But we should be 1-0 up. We should. And again, I know it's only pre-season, but it's just like, oh. Because that's the criticism of Anthony, isn't it? Is that can't fault his work rate. Gets in good positions, like then, got in a good position. He made the right run. He held back. He didn't overcommit. That's a shot. Martinelli! Oh, just over the bar. Wow. That was a rocket. I think it was comfortably over the top in the end there. Let's just have another look at this from the replay. He had a lot of space. Whew. Let's have another look at the Martinelli shot. He was comfortably over the bar, but Tom Heaton was scrambling a little bit. Oh, it's a poor touch by Bruno Fernandes, and it goes out for Arsenal throw-in. I'm not sure where Bruno's going as well, because they've taken it quickly. Good tackle by Wan-Bissaka on Declan Rice. Kobbie Mainoo wins a throw-in for Manchester United. And that was a bit of a late tackle on Kobbie Mainoo. He's back to his feet. But I think it's Martinelli who's now down. He looks to be in quite a bit of pain, actually. He's holding the back of his foot. It might be his Achilles. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's Bruno. It was Bruno. Bruno on the back of the Achilles. That was a bit nasty. Mainoo was a foul, I thought, on Kobbie Mainoo. But Bruno just went in a little bit late on Martinelli's Achilles. Ten Hag talks to Sancho. Don't do what Anthony did. Put the ball in the back of the net. Again, that's the thing with Anthony. Gets in good positions. Work rate's good. Finishing. And there. It's not. And you don't want him to be that player that you go, I tell you what, if he could finish, he'd be world class. You don't want to be that player that's got an if at the start of it. Martial, if he was fit, he'd be great. If he could finish, he'd be quality. If he could pass, good ball over the top by Kobbie Mainoo. And Wan-Bissaka gives it back to Mason Mount, flicks it. Here's Anthony once again, good pass. Oh, it could be a great goal. Sancho flicks it back. Mason Mount blocked. Oh, here's Wan-Bissaka. Anthony, another block. He won't want a handball. Oh, I tell you what. Brilliant football by Manchester United. Great build-up play. Possibly might have just overplayed it a little bit. But it was real good control. Tight areas. But United do look dangerous. Eventually it was a block by, it might have been Gabriel from Mason Mount. But already 10 minutes gone. A couple of decent chances to United. Ten Hag did mention before the game he wants us to be the best team in the world when it comes to transition. It was certainly that. Garnacho was putting some pressure on Yuri and Timber there. That press looks very coordinated. Ramsdale's got it. He's going to try and pick out player on the right. Flick on. Here's Bukayo Saka. In behind Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's got to get back in. Here's Saka. Cuts inside. Tries to play a 1-2. Now, Leach with a block. Good defending. Good defending by Lissandro Martinez with a bit of a dangerous situation. Saka got in behind just slightly. Oh, they're in. Saka cuts it back. Saved by Tom Heaton. Another one and then another save. Wow. Good double save by Tom Heaton. And that's just a bit of a warning. I think that second one in particular, Arsenal feel they should have scored that. So that's a couple of good chances for either side. We're just seeing here, it's just this reverse pass. It's Garnacho. Garnacho loses the man. Mason Mount gets pulled out. It gets cut back. The first save's good by Heaton. And the second one by Martinelli is the poor one. He should score. But United just got caught sleeping. It's just one reverse pass. One reverse pass was completely sent everyone. Mount came out. Garnacho didn't track the man. And they were in straight away. Still 0-0. Both sides have now had good chances. Anthony with a really decent opportunity for United. Martinelli forcing a double save from Tom Heaton. That just goes to show, isn't it? All it takes is one reverse pass. You think you're in a decent position, one reverse pass. And then suddenly they're in, and you need to get bailed out by your goalkeeper. But a good save by Manchester United's number 2 at the moment, I guess. Because as of right now, I guess he's the backup. Here's Odegaard. Back out to Gabriel. But nearly 12 minutes gone so far, still 0-0. What are your thoughts on the game so far? Again, good chances for both sides. Could easily be 1-1 or maybe 2-1 to United. Certainly the same thing you could say about Anthony, you could say about Martinelli in this one. Got to take your opportunities. Again, particularly the follow-up one for Martinelli. I think that would be the one he would be disappointed about. Lil Yo-Yo says, Mainu impressing so far. Christian says, bright start from Mainu. He looks just very comfortable, doesn't he? He doesn't look out of place at all. It's a good pass by Ramsdale. Pass out to the right-hand side. Here's Bukayo Saka, one-on-one with Shaw. Got to be careful because Odegaard's creeping into the box. Here's Saka. Puts the ball in. It was deflected. That might be a foul on Mason Mount. No. Ball in. It's going to stick in. A cross goal. Whoa. Whoa. That was close. It was a cross across. It was a cross across. It was a cross across the box. And it just hits Varane and trickles into the hands of Tom Heaton. One of those ones that was very much the all. But it was a good ball by Nketiah up front. And that's a foul. I tell you what, it's a feisty game. It's a real good bit of energy. Gabriel with another foul. Book him. Some would say.
But where's the card then? Where's the card?
But after United's first early couple of opportunities, Arsenal have had their own. Ash said, has Garnacho had a touch? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he has, to be honest with you. He's been caught out a couple of times defensively, but I'm not sure I've seen him really touch the ball. Kobbie Mainoo gives it to Mount. Martinez. Kobbie Mainoo's really stood out actually so far. Varane, he's asking a lot for Luke Shaw. It's a great touch actually. Brilliant by Luke Shaw. Wins a corner. I tell you what, that is an excellent touch by Luke Shaw. Raphael Varane with a good pass, but he's still got a lot to do. It's a good pass, but look at this touch. Brilliant. That is a sensational touch, by the way. It's a good pass by Varane, but you're still asking a lot because it's up sort of hip height. And then not only is the touch good for controlling it, he actually puts it in front of Jurrien Timber and gets him into the box. Brilliant by Luke Shaw. Wins the corner. That is why we say, I remember having this conversation with Flex a long time ago. Luke Shaw has one of the best first touches at Manchester United. He is technically superb. Corner ball into the box. Headed away by Arsenal. If you haven't already, click the like button. 310 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500 by half-time. We've got half an hour to do so. That's the target. And Tom Heaton goes long. And it's a header by Tomiyasu. Varane heads it to Wan-Bissaka. It's a bit tight there. Wan-Bissaka does well. And Nketiah was on the press. But Wan-Bissaka's touch takes it away from him. Josh Media. Big up Josh. Give all the flowers to Josh. Everything you see from a graphics point of view was created by his fingertips. Because he is a genius. Truly, he is a genius. Man United holding their own so far. Not bad considering that we followed the Arteta blueprint. We've copied everything that Arteta's done in North London. Ten Hag shouting at the United players, wanting options for Tom Heaton. Gives it to Luke Shaw. It's an interesting battle so far, definitely, between Bukayo Saka and Luke Shaw as well. You could argue that a couple of times already, Saka's just got the advantage over the United left-back. Tom Heaton's got the ball at his feet again. He might have to go long. He does. Tries to find that pass in the middle of the pitch. Doesn't work out. Arsenal win the header. And luckily, it just kind of falls to Raphael Varane. Kobbie Mainoo drops deep. Plays a 1-2 with Varane, gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Now Mason Mount in the middle of the pitch. Switches. Looking for Alejandro Garnacho. It's not the best pass. Goes straight out for a throw-in. Kobbie Mainoo, by the way. Kobbie Mainoo, his first touch, his positioning so far has actually been superb. He does not look out of place at all. He looks comfortable, technically on the ball, with the ball at his feet. His physicality, going up against your likes of your Declan Rices, your Odegaards, more experienced players than him, Kai Havertz, no problem. He is composed. That is a star in the making in Kobbie Mainoo. I know it's only nearly 70 minutes in pre-season, but this is a pressure environment. Game against Arsenal, over 80,000 people, MetLife Stadium. He looks fine, no problem. Wan-Bissaka gives it back to Heaton. Puts it out to Shaw. I mean, it's not the best pitch, really, to be playing sort of short passes on as well, is it? Because the ball doesn't really travel on United's left-hand side of the pitch as well. It's terrible. Leach has got to deal with this. Good touch. Gives it to Shaw. Player 1-2. Will go down the line, wins a throw-in. Excellent stuff. Wolfquist says Mount with the world-class crosses again. Sashib says Kobbie Mainoo is class. Flagy says Josh deserves a raise as the man behind the curtain. But as interim director of football, not really. Arsenal got the ball here. Deep in United's half. Tomiyasu cuts it back to Havertz. That's Martinelli. I can't actually tell any of these Arsenal players, because you can't see the number on the back of their shirt. Tomiyasu ball in. Oof. It came off the chest of Varane. And Bruno Fernandes, look at that. He's pulled him back, ref. He's pulled him back. Cynical. Give him a card. I don't care if it's a friendly.
But where's the card then? Where's the card?
Cynical. That's a booking. Look at it. Look at him. Just pulling him back. Cynical foul. Bruno just stops and turns to the referee. Says, what are you going to do? Shy Havertz there. Making a rare appearance in the spotlight. As Varane stands over the free kick. I must say, though, the intensity in this game is absolutely there. There's a good atmosphere. Ten Hag says we don't do friendlies. There's no such thing as a friendly game, and it doesn't feel friendly at all. Garnacho with a rare touch. Gives it to Mason Mount. Mount fouled. Clearly, that's got to be a foul. And now Sancho goes down too. Okay, that's a couple of fouls in near succession. I know it's a friendly, but come on. This time by Jurrien Timber. Jurrien Timber. Lisandro Martinez gives it to Varane. All the way back to Tom Heaton. So despite winning that free kick, sometimes you've got to go forwards to go back. Heaton gives it to Kobbie Mainoo again. Here goes Kobbie Mainoo. Again, just touch. It's easy. Sancho goes past Rice. Keep going, Jadon Sancho. Goes past Tomiyasu. A rare a sign of pace by Jadon. And there's Kobbie Mainoo again. I haven't seen that much of Declan Rice in this game. £100 Rice. Hasn't been boiled enough. No fluff. Just stick. That's Rice that's sticking to the bottom of the pan. You've left it on too long. It's burnt. Anthony. Wan-Bissaka. Sancho's in the box. Ah, it's not a good pass. He was looking for Anthony on the edge of the box. It was cut out because it wasn't the right option. And now it's a foul by Bruno Fernandes on Martin Odegaard. Wasteful. Wasteful cutback. Good build-up play again. The build-up play by United's been good in the final third. But final pass, final shot, same old story. Just kind of not really there. I like Bruno, though, just pulling Odegaard back. Basically saying, look, if Havertz is going to do it to me, then I'm going to do it to them. Unfriendly. But we did see a good movement there from Jadon Sancho. That's what you want to see more of, isn't it? That kind of knock it past the player. Go past him. We know you've got technical... That's another foul, ref. That is another foul. How many times are they going to do this in this game? I know it's a friendly, but just means you can't just cheat. That's twice for Jurrien Timber, actually.
But where's the card then? Where's the card?
That's two cynical fouls. Proper cynical ones. If this was a Premier League game, he'd be booked at this point. But just because it's a friendly doesn't mean you can cheat. You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat, Jurrien Timber. Again, I know referees, you don't want to give out bookings and stuff in friendlies because it's not really the point of it. But eventually, if they keep breaking the rules, you're kind of given no choice. If I'm the ref, I'm saying to Jurrien Timber, that's 2 in the space of like 5 minutes. Free kick, though. Shaw and Bruno stands over it. Bruno, ball in. Looks for Garnacho. It was headed away by Gabriel in the end. Wan-Bissaka's got to deal with this. Good touch. Takes it past the player. No problem. Cool and composed. Look at that. Outside of the boot by Luke Shaw all the way back to Tom Heaton. And United still in possession of it. There's Bruno Fernandes. Back to Kobbie Mainoo. Maybe game just settling down a little bit in terms of tempo, which is what happens sometimes in the pre-season after sort of 20 minutes. Good pass by Lisandro Martinez. Luke Shaw. Garnacho's on the overlap. Shaw goes back to Leacher. Tries the ball over the top. Always looking for... Was that Wan-Bissaka? Wan-Bissaka at the penalty spot. Look at him. Nosebleed settings for Wamby. I couldn't believe it. Wamby, you lost. He was nearly, knocking on windows. Where'd you find your way back to my own penalty box? I don't know where I am. I'm lost. An advanced spider. And it's a different Wamby this season. Inverted 10. Auxiliary right back for Wamby. Another poor pass by Ramsdale. Poor. I thought he were poor, lads. With his passing out from the back. Luke Shaw with the throw-in. We're entering or in the 24th minute. Shaw's got to eventually take the throw-in. There you go. Good layoff. Bruno. I tell you what. Anthony, right-hand side. Bit of space. Wamby's on the overlap. It's a heavy pass. Wamby again. Wamby's so high up. So high up the pitch. Again. Could maybe say, Anthony, is the pass a little bit heavy? Ugh. I'll have a look at it again. I don't want to be harsh. It's a heavy pass, maybe. He's asked a lot of him. Wamby, though. He's up and down all over the place. But you can see who's covering for him. It's Kobbie Mainoo, actually. In the absence of Wamby at right back, Kobbie Mainoo just slots in. Positionally, again, excellent. Tactically knows, okay, that's my role. I'm going to drop deep. I'm a 6. If Wamby's going to go up high, I'm dropping in. No problem. 2 forward runs by Aaron Wan-Bissaka in 2023. I can't believe it. Good tackle by Lisandro Martinez. Wins it off Nketiah. Bruno tries the ball over the top. No. Wrong option, Bruno. It's a shame because Leacher really wins the ball back well from Nketiah. But United not afraid to try that long ball. They tried it with the opportunity that Anthony should have scored from, which was just a ball by Shaw over the top to Bruno. There's Arsenal on the attack. Martinelli. He's 1-on-1 with Kobbie Mainoo. And now Wan-Bissaka's back to support him. Good tackle by Wan-Bissaka. Oh, he juggles it and kicks it away. Excellent by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Look at that. 2-on-1 action. The Mainoo Wan-Bissaka special. Loves a slide tackle, regardless if the pitch will kill you. That pitch will give you carpet burns as well. And a sand burn. But actually, Kobbie Mainoo did well initially to allow Wan-Bissaka to come back and support him. Then Wan-Bissaka puts the tackle in. Again, very impressive performance so far from Manchester United's number 37. And again, I know it's only 25 minutes, but you can see, certainly, why in those reports. Let's let this one play out. Here's Martin Odegaard. Arsenal in a bit of transition here. Puts it out to Bukayo Saka, who's kind of had the getting of Luke Shaw so far. He's into the box. Goes past him again. Leacher cuts it out. That's the thing that concerns me so far, is I feel like every single time Bukayo Saka's taken on Luke Shaw, he's beaten him. whether it's reverse passes or just straight running at him, he's going past him quite easily. I mean, Bukayo Saka's unbelievable. He's quality. But that's a concern. Maybe he might just be asking, and maybe this might be something that Ten Hag says, Luke Shaw, like, Garnacho, you've got to come back. You've got to help me. You've got to support me because I can't handle him. Corner to Arsenal, though. Saka stands over it. Ball in. Oh, Heaton came for it. I'm not sure he got a touch on it. Was nowhere near. Flapped at it. The spirit of De Gea. Ball in again. Clipped in by Arsenal. No one was there. Here's Saka again. This time, who's he up against? I think it might be Bruno. Ball in. A good claim by the goalkeeper. Well done, Tom Heaton. That's better. Catches. Good take. That's the big concern, though. Bukayo Saka, I think, has been Arsenal one of their best players. He looks dangerous. There was an argument to be made about him towards the end of last season. He might have burnt out, played so much football over a course of 2 years. Sancho, if you got it out your feet there. Wan-Bissaka was waiting. But Bukayo Saka looks sharp. Plus by Kobbie Mainoo again to Anthony. Here's Sancho. Gives it to Shaw. And Bruno's the option to his left. Ah, Bruno. Miscommunication. Doesn't work out. Goal kick. Just a couple of sloppy passes by United so far. In terms of the best United player, after nearly half an hour on this one, I think far and above is Kobbie Mainoo. He actually has been really, really good. And again, this is the point I was going to make before that last Arsenal attack. There have been those reports that Kobbie Mainoo's not going anywhere. Another bad pass by Ramsdale. Wow. That Kobbie Mainoo's not going out on loan this season. And you can see why. He genuinely has a part to play at United this season. If he plays like this, then I think those other midfielders, like your Mounts, like your Casemirs and Eriksen's, of course, they'll have a part to play. But you go, wow, we got a player on our hands. A real player. And suddenly you've got another midfield option. Because he looks ready. Absolutely ready. He does not look out of place at all. Positionally, he's been excellent. Technically, he's been excellent. Just signed a new contract with United too, so he's locked down for a long time. Ten Hag knows talent when he sees it. Tom Heaton goes long. Speaking of which, there is Kobbie Mainoo up the pitch. Does brilliant. Well, gives it back to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes going to take a shot. It's in! Bruno Fernandes! Oh, Ramsdale, you're at fault again. You're a disgrace. You're a cheap Ramsdale. Rams whale. It's a rarity. You see one. It's a rarity. He makes a save. 1-0 to Manchester United. And the build-up play comes from Kobbie Mainoo again. Great pass by Tom Heaton. Cuts it back to Bruno. 25 yards out. Takes a shot. It's not even a good one. Ramsdale. Wrists made of hot chocolate. They're just melting everywhere. 1-0. Easy, easy, easy. Onana. Onana. You wish you could be as good as Andre Onana. Ramsdale. We're following the blueprint. We're following the blueprint of getting someone that can't save a ball. Take a look at this. Bruno Fernandes, 25 yards out. He's got no right to take it. Oh, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Never trust a goalkeeper that plays in short sleeves. It's factual. Poor. I thought his wrists were poor, and Ten Hag celebrates. It's 1-0. Oh, the spirit of Pickford in goal between the sticks for Arsenal. Hey? Wow. Wow. Suddenly it's not a pre-season fixture, is it? Suddenly not. Captain Magnifico. And on his first game officially as Manchester United captain, Bruno Fernandes has just put United 1-0 up in New Jersey. Forget about it. That's what Ramsdale said. Save the ball. Forget about it. Look at this. That's shit. Ooh. It doesn't matter. Hey, if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the lottery. And certainly Ramsdale wouldn't win the lottery. His luck's way out. He's been rubbish in this game. Passing's been way off. Obviously, that goes straight in. There's a drinks break at the moment. But has Ramsdale done anything good in this game at this point? He's misplaced every pass and then puts the ball in the back of the net. 1-0. 30 minutes gone. 31 minutes gone. And look at some of the Arsenal fans in the crowd. I'm just waiting for Julian's response. Well, you know what it is, Robbie. Bruno Fernandes is a cheat. Well, you know, I think most teams, even in Europe, would want to win the Premier League as opposed to the Champions League. Well, I think Inter Milan would rather win the Premier League than the Champions League, even though they can't actually compete in it because they're based in Milan, in Italy. And that means they can't play in the Premier League. Zane, where are you? You're in, Zane. The blueprint is strong. The Arteta blueprint that Manchester United have copied. This is when you copy someone else's work and make some tweaks and it's even better. Even better. 1-0 to Manchester United. And we kick off again at MetLife. And Bruno's just put MetLife into this game. 1-0. And it's a United throw-in. The asylum. The inmates are roaring. The inmates are hitting on the padded walls in the asylum right now. And here come United again. Kobbie Mainoo tries to give it to Jadon Sancho. And it's a foul. Where's the card, ref? Where's the card?
Where's the card then? Where's the card?
I bet it was Urian Timber again. This time it was Saliba. 1-0. We're going to win the league. Premier League is our quadruple. Quadruple is coming. I'm joking, obviously, for when that's clipped. A 1-0 at MetLife. Leacher puts the ball up the pitch. I tell you what, with the way that Ramsdale's playing, just get a shot. He's got to be offside. Or is he on? He was off. Jadon Sancho's just offside. Arsenal defence moved up very well. Playing a high line. But again, with this Arsenal goalkeeper, with Ramsdale at the moment, get any shot on target, it's going in. That'd be another foul. It's an advantage played. Good turn. Anthony. Go on, Wamby. Down the right-hand side. United. I tell you what, they smell blood in the water. It's like Jaws, but without the shark and all the teeth. That's a foul. I want a penalty, ref. I nearly broke my light. Jesus. I'm getting too excited. Genuinely, the asylum. I thought it was a penalty. Ten Hag's not happy either. Ten Hag's furious. He wants a pen. So do I. So much so I nearly broke my equipment. But nearly 10 minutes to go to half-time. Oh, it's just breathed life into me. I told you, these late-night games, this is my territory. We're going to have a WrestleMania every day. Walkvist says Timber owes Owen a lamp. Indeed. It's fine. We didn't break it in the end. That's cool. We're all caught up there. If you haven't already, click the like button too. Let's see if we can get to 500 likes. We're currently at 364, so that's less than 150 to go. Currently at over 800 people watching live. Rafael Varane tries to chip ball over the top. Big header by Gabriel. Be careful though. Miscommunication. Oh, come out. Get it, Heaton. Get it. Luke Shaw just barely made that. But wow, the pace was very much... That was very, very close. Bukayo Saka's down. He's saying he was pushed. Have you seen what your team has been doing in this first half, Bukayo Saka? Have some shame. Go to Urian Timber. Go to Gabriel. Go to Saliba and say, hey, this referee hasn't booked anyone yet, so you're moaning about that. Get out of it, man. Mish says, I cannot wait to sing Onana. What's his name? KG invented his own song for Andre Onana on his channel. Check it out. It's excellent. I would try and sing it, but my singing is appalling. If I started singing, Simon Cowell out of somewhere would just put his hand up. You know when he just stops stuff and he goes, I'd be me straight away after one note. I'd be worse than Fergie's US national anthem at the NBA All-Star game. Here's Luke Shaw. Gives it back to Lisandro Martinez. Tom Heaton puts it out to Kobbie Mainoo, who just hooks it up the pitch. Oh, tell you what, it's an error. Jadon Sancho's through on goal. Jadon Sancho touch. He's through. Sancho. Oh, 2. Jadon Sancho's clinical. He's made it 2-0. What a beauty. We said do more. Do more in front of goal. Finish it. Clinical. 2-0. Bang. Mistake. 2-0 after 36 minutes. The blueprint is blueprinting. It's not even blue. It's a red print. A red print in the USA. Like Miley Cyrus said, it's a party in the USA. It's a party in East Rutherford this evening because it's 2-0. Jadon Sancho, false 9 settings. There's nothing false about him. He's a real life number 9. What a goal. That's a great finish as well. Roof of the net. Look at this. Heavy touch. Gets away from Gabriel. A little bit of pressure. Bang. 2-0. Ooh. Don Robbie, do you still
believe?
You've gotta
believe.
Because I believe in Jadon Sancho. Ten Hag believes. He scored. He scored again. 2-0. I tell you what, that is a finish by Jadon Sancho. An absolute finish. Roof of the net. And it's an error by Arsenal. What's the mistakes going to be now? We go... Don't blame the goalkeeper. Don't blame the high line. don't blame the MetLife pitch. 2-0 after 37 minutes. Manchester United pre-season starts with a bang. I tell you what, United are on the attack again. Garnacho gives it to Jadon Sancho. He's got the bit between his teeth now. That was shit. Not sure what he was thinking there. But 2-0. I think if I do this, you know, like they say, if you hold a seashell up to your ear, you can hear the ocean. If I do that, I think I can hear somewhere, just very faintly, I can hear the tears of Ty. Just somewhere. Well, Gabriel, what's Gabriel doing? Anthony gives it back to Jadon Sancho. Ruthless, kill the game off. I want 3. I want 3, please. I'll be greedy. They're there for the taking. Guys, we're 2-0 up. We haven't even got a striker. We don't even have a striker. They've got premium rice in the centre of midfield. The rice is sticky. The rice is mouldy. Be careful. You might have food poisoning. Here's Lisandro Martinez. Blame the kit. They'll never wear the knockoff highlighter kit again. Never again. This isn't even our strongest 11. No Onana. No Rashi. No striker. Is this meant to be full strength United as well? Full strength Arsenal, sorry. Anthony takes a shot. Oh. No Casemiro, as Lucas says. We haven't even got... Genuinely, this isn't even our strongest team. And we're 2-0 up. And again, I know it's pre-season, I know. But for them, legitimately, what? Is this barely... This is pretty much their strongest team, is it not? 100 million. Oh, wouldn't want to be... Wouldn't want to be spending 100 million on that expensive rice right now. Inflation is a killer. And to think they were going, we've got Urian. We've got Urian. We've got Leacher. We've got the Butcher. And you're being carved up right now in MetLife. Gabriel always has a mistake in him as well. Every single time. That was a great finish, though, by Jadon Sancho. And again, can't get too carried away. It's pre-season. It's not a foul, ref. You're a disgrace. Ref gives a foul at Eddie Nketiah. Less than 5 minutes to half-time. Might be a bit of injury time because there was a drinks break after the first goal on 30 minutes. This is a point. Kristen makes it there. Says Rice has been mullered by Mainu. Love the pun. But legitimately, you've got a over 100 billion pound Declan Rice. And I would say the best player in both midfields is an 18-year-old academy graduate named Kobbie Mainoo. Here come United again. Here's Jadon Sancho. Garnacho wants it in the box. He's surrounded by highlighters. Gives it back to Wan-Bissaka. Nosebleed again. He's high up the pitch and he's inverted. Anthony. Outside. He's got to be offside, surely. I tell you what, it's a brilliant pass. Oh, he was onside. See, that's the thing with Anthony. That is a superb pass. Luke Shaw wins it back. No. You give a foul for that. Referee gives a foul by looks. Look at Ten Hag going to the lines, going to the fourth official. What on earth have you given that for? He won the ball. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense from this referee. That pass by Anthony. I can't believe Bruno wasn't given offside. I thought he's got to be off. United are on the rope. Arsenal, I'm on the ropes. I'm shell-shocked. Arsenal, though, firmly on the ropes. Their kit looks like they've been run over by a tyre. And they've been run over in real life by the machine. Oh, they've given another foul. Good. Good. Keep doing it, Leacher. Keep fouling them. They were doing it to us early on. They made it a not friendly game. No problem. And realistically, United could be more up. If Anthony had scored that goal in the first, it could have been 3-0. Obviously, Arsenal had their chance as well, Martinelli. But 2-0. Goals from Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho. False 9. False 9, Jadon Sancho. That's embarrassing. We don't have a striker. Oh, Martinez has just got it into him then. Whoa, Leacher. It's all kicking off because the Sandro Martinez just went in to Bukayo Saka. Good. Good. There's no such thing as a friendly with Leacher. And he's wagging his finger and he's getting in the face of Odegaard. Get out of here. That's my butcher. Carving him up. We don't play at 50%. It's always 150, no problem. He went in to Bukayo Saka. He got a book. That's fine. As long as you're willing to dish out the cards now, dish them out to them. He gets the ball. He gets the ball. It's not a booking, actually. He went in hard, and it's a little bit high, but it's not. I don't mind it at all. He wins the ball. He wins the ball. No such thing as a friendly. Go in. I loved it. Hey, look at those players trying to talk to Tom Heaton. Get out of the way. They got 2 players talking to Tom Heaton. Distracting of the goalkeeper. It wasn't a yellow card, though, by the way. As long as he keeps that energy with Urian Timber, with the amount of fouls he's done in this game, as well as Gabriel. I bet he won't. Odegaard stands over it, puts the ball in, and away by Mason Mount. Good. Counter attack on Anthony. I like this. Man United throw in. Well done. Well done, Lino. Good. Good first half by Manchester United. Real good energy. And we've heard a lot about the fitness, haven't we? Fitness, fitness, fitness. Man United looks sharp. Really sharp so far. 2-0. Ash with the super chat says, Glazer's eyes are going to light up seeing Kobbie Mainoo. Well, I'm not getting rid of him. Oh, he's given another foul away for a referee. Come on, man. Bukayo Saka, how many times did he want to go down in this first half? Are you sure saying to the ref? Look at Arsenal. Go 2-0 down. Start whinging and moaning. Straight away. Every time. We're losing, so let's have a moan. Let's whinge to the referee. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Get ready as well. Get ready for Arteta after the game. Right, it's a disgrace. They're fouling the players. It's a fucking disgrace. Every time. Rolling around. Odegaard stands over the free kick. Ball into the box. Win that. Well done. Anthony. Go on. Oh. Wan-Bissaka gives it back to Bruno. Bruno's going long. He's seen him towards Garnacho. Now what can Garnacho do? He's against Urian Timber. Go on, Garnacho. Take him on. He's 1-on-1. He's surrounded by Arsenal players. He's not got a lot of support. Now some United players get up to him. Well played. Real good play by Alejandro Garnacho. Good hold-up play. Excellent. Now United have possession. Martinez is telling everyone, ironically enough, to calm down. How can you, Leacher? I think it's worth pointing out an earlier super chat from Zayn Miasi. You won't get past Saliba and Rice and Timber. Come on, you Gunners. We've done it twice. It's only pre-season. Nobody cares about the MetLife Stadium. What was the problem? It was a lack of
Believe.
Wan-Bissaka. Here's Anthony. Aren't to the right-hand side. Cuts inside. Take a shot. You wouldn't. Takes a shot! Oh! Just past the post by Anthony. I thought it was going to be free. I want to see a replay because we know that's an Anthony special. The cut inside and a whip. Let's have another look at this. And that is half-time. 45 minutes gone. Arsenal 0, Manchester United 2. Goals from Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho put United 2-0 up at the break. Let me know your thoughts about this in the live chat. I wish I was watching AFTV right now. Get ready for the, well, no, it's about the referee and the fouls on Bukayo Saka. Come on. Half-time 2-0. And we haven't even got our strongest team out, folks. We don't even have a striker at the moment. We're not playing with a striker up front, and we're 2-0 up. We talked about United being clinical, and in fairness, our requests and our questions have gone answered in this first half so far. Yes, early on, we spoke about Anthony not being clinical enough. He missed a chance. He scuffs it, goes past the post. But then after that, you get Bruno Fernandes take a shot. Complete no wrists. No wrists from Ramsdale, who, by the way, if you were an Arsenal fan, take a look at your number one. He's been shocking. Absolutely awful. Misplaced passes, parries it into the net. Terrible. But then the next one, it's another error by Gabriel this time. But make no mistake, people will focus on, I can't even breathe, the error that Gabriel did. But I think the real thing that should be focused on is Jadon Sancho still got a lot to do when it comes to that. He's still got to knock the ball out his feet, get past Gabriel, who's still breathing down his neck, and just puts it into the roof of net. That's the clinical Sancho we're looking for. That's the kind of, people can call it smash and grab football. What it really is taking opportunities. If you're presented with an opportunity against a big team, you need to take it. You need to be ruthless. You need to be clinical. We have said this all the way through last season. We said it in the pre-season game against Lyon. United should be 2-3, 4-0 up at that point after 10 minutes. In this one, there's an argument to be made we could be 3 or 4-0 up. Or at least Arsenal had their chances as well. But we had more chances. We were more clinical. That's it. And in terms of man of the match, in that first half, and obviously the team's going to change considerably now. We're going to get 11 new players on, or 10. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But in terms of my man of the match so far, Kobbie Mainoo is a superstar. That's it. It was not a tweet, but that's the statement. That's the tweet, whatever that thing is, even if that's still a thing at this point. Because Kobbie Mainoo played on a pitch with 21 other proper players. I mean, top-class players, international players. It's not as if Arsenal got their reserves out. They don't. They have basically their strongest 11 out, bar a couple of players. We've got a less strong team than they do out on the pitch, and Kobbie Mainoo was the best player on it. You've got a midfield, and they're talking about over 100 million for Declan Rice. The rice is burnt. The rice is charcoal at this point because Kobbie Mainoo has absolutely roasted him in that half. Out of all of the midfielders on the pitch, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, where has their midfield been? Even when it comes to the rest of our midfield, Mason Mount, Kobbie Mainoo's been the best out of all of them. Easy. Dropping into deep positions, covering with Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side too. High up the pitch too. For the second goal, it's a ball to him, and he gives it. He gives it to who was it? Was it him? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm at a loss for words. Whew. Sensational. I tell you what. Owen Style Advisor, my Style Advisor says, shocking that Heaton kicking is much better than David De Gea. Mainly looking real good. Rice and Kai Hu. Keep an eye out for how far Varane and Martinez pushing up. Amanor says, mainly better than Rice. What a player. That's, honestly, I think probably the biggest takeaway from that half. I mean, I went for the replay for the goal, but one of the goals Kobbie Mainoo was involved in, right? That's what it was, yeah? I think I'm right. The point being is, Kobbie Mainoo, not only was he the best midfielder on the pitch, comparing two midfielders, he was the best player on the pitch. Legitimately. And those reports that came out, when was it? Today? Bruno gives it back to Bruno. That was it. I knew that was the case. And those reports that suggested that, Erik ten Hag, he wants to keep Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo's not going out on loan. Kobbie Mainoo's not in the position that some of those other players are in, where it's like, yeah, maybe they could do with another season now, or maybe they could do with a season, Premier League club or a Championship club. Kobbie Mainoo's ready. Absolutely ready. And again, it's pre-season. It's 45 minutes. But you have to look at the situation. You have to look at the circumstance. This is against a team that, for all the banter, Arsenal are a good team. And there's high expectations of them this season too. And in the location that they're currently in, over 80,000 people at MetLife Stadium, playing alongside quality players, playing against quality players. No problem, no bother. And again, not bad for a manager that just copied Mikel Arteta. We just followed the Arsenal blueprint. That's it. We just followed the Arsenal blueprint. Now, obviously, I'd much rather win the away game at the Emirates than this game. But I hope this, I'm going to save that to the end of the game. But I just, there was a lot of arrogance coming into this game from some of those Arsenal fans. And even if the second half's a complete turnaround, I would say, look, you played basically your strongest side. We didn't even have a striker on the pitch, and we won that half of football. What does that say? But it is just pre-season. They do have the out of it's only pre-season. It doesn't matter. Lil Yo-Yo says, "Don't blame the rice cooker. Don't blame the keeper. Or don't blame the rice cooker. Don't blame the goalkeeper." Ramsdale, awful. And I've been a proponent of making Ramsdale England's number one, by the way. But he was. Did he do anything good in that half? Not even for the Bruno goal, which again is a terrible goalkeeping mistake. He has to do better. But also his passing was terrible. So many misplaced passes, going straight out for throw-ins or going to United players. I mean, he made it easy for us at certain points. Awful. Havish says, Mainoo 18 years old, 2 assists, Rice 105 million, maybe had 4 touches. Again, I know people are going to be saying it's pre-season, but you never know. You never know about who's going to emerge, and timing's everything, and we'll see how it goes, certainly for the remainder of the pre-season. But if Mainoo puts in performances like this into the beginning of the season, there's an argument to be made that you go, our midfield options are strong. You've got Kobbie Mainoo, you've got Mason Mount, Casemiro, Eriksen, they're on the bench too. Maybe Amrabat comes in. Again, the midfield options are there. And also as well, Kobbie Mainoo, it wasn't just, he held his own. It's the fact that he was above people in that first half. His positional sense, you see it for the first goal here, it's a pass up the pitch. Not only is his touch good, he cuts it back, gives it to Bruno, goalkeeper should do better. But for all intents and purposes, that's Kobbie Mainoo's goal. It's a great ball. It's a hit and hope ball, really, by Heaton. Puts it in an area. Kobbie Mainoo gets it high up the pitch, turns back, gives it to Bruno, goal. People will talk about that because it's an assist for Kobbie Mainoo. But what really impressed me the most was actually Wan-Bissaka's going forward. He's inverted. Sometimes he's in the box. And you go, what's going to be the situation at right back? Kobbie Mainoo's there. Or sometimes you've got Rafael Varane's out wide right. Lisandro Martinez is out wide left. Mainoo's in the middle. He's dropping deep. He was dictating things. Again, he's 18 and barely played any first-team senior football against top quality players. And Ten Hag knows talent when he sees it. We spoke about after the Carabao Cup final, there was that video that went viral of Ten Hag with his arm around him, sort of pointing out to the crowd and kind of telling him to drink in the moment. Drink it in, man. Basically saying, this is what it's about. This is what Man United's about, winning things. It's also about these moments. That's what being a footballer is about, these moments. And clearly, Ten Hag sees something in him. And he's still got a long way to go. He's still very young, and it's 45 minutes in a pre-season friendly. But any narrative now that maybe he's too young to be featured in the starting 11 or too young to be featured in the squad in more than just a very peripheral role this season, I think maybe goes out the window a little bit, really. I think that's really what the conversation would be now. For instance, again, it's only 45 minutes, but if the first game of the season against Wolves at home, if you saw Kobbie Mainoo starting, would you be like, I don't know, I think that's a bit too soon for him? Probably not. Or even if he came on 60 minutes in, would you go, that's too much for him? Probably not. He looked, again, really, really comfortable. And we've still got players to come in that midfield as well. So I think he deserves huge, huge credit. And we're just seeing the second goal again. Gabriel, shocking. But despite the mistake from the centre-back, Sancho still has a lot to do. He has to travel with the ball. He still has to make sure that Gabriel doesn't catch up with him. And it's a quality finish. Roof of the net. That's what you want to see more of from Jadon Sancho. Bit of pace and a bit of composure. Brilliant finish. And 2-0. Clinical. Clinical Manchester United too. And you can let me know in the chat too, probably AFTV, they'll be talking about the ref, or they'll be talking about the pitch, or they'll be talking about its pre-season. I know which side I'd rather be on, certainly. Let's see other super chats we've got as well. Daniel Luciano says, Owen, I'm at the game and I'm really hoping to meet them. Any idea where they're sitting? Big up to you. I have no idea, Daniel Luciano, as to where they're sitting. I would just say keep an eye on the socials, keep an eye on Instagram, particularly Flex and KG's Instagram, at Flex UTD, at KG That Comedian, at United View TV as well on Instagram. They might see on the stories, or it's a big stadium, so I know I can't just say outside of the stadium, have a look, but probably somewhere. That's the best way. I can't give you more information than that. I don't even know exactly where they are. Jan with the super chat says, I'm in tears of joy watching Mainu. He is him. Lots of people very excited about Kobbie Mainu. I am as well. Fitt's been a member for 6 months. Says, hey Owen, I'm at the game and Kobbie and Leach are absolute monsters on the pitch. Glory, glory, Man United. A couple of people already at the game putting in the super chats as well. Big up the support, and hope you're really enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the atmosphere, and what a game you've picked to go and see. Certainly not disappointing as well. Liam Kerr with the super chat says, great energy, Owen. This game is providing so many questions. Where is Declan Rice? Is Kobbie the truth? Is Sancho just a pre-season Rashi? Well, first of all, when it comes to Jadon Sancho, he's not going to be false nine for United this season. This is out of, you would think, necessity, because we just don't have a striker, certainly. But he did well in the first half. Obviously, look, his finish did what you could ask for. And he's such a confidence player as well. And that's what I hope too. He's got a good goal. You know, that again, he still had a lot to do from it. Had to do the finish. Had to control the ball. And I hope that helps him kick on. You do get the impression with him that he's very much a confidence player, and he is looking for something sometimes just good to happen to build his confidence back up, and maybe that's exactly what he needs. David with the super chat says, Kobbie and Jadon best in this first half. Marcus with the super chat as well says, Owen Maino is class, 18-year-old, a beast is growing. A lot of love and a lot of support for Kobbie Maino from that first half, and I absolutely agree with you. Best player on the pitch by far, really. And again, not just the best United player, but just best player in general on the pitch. Dominated a midfield with a £100 million player in. And this is what I was saying before the game. This was my warning to those Arsenal fans, is that for all of the talk about Declan Rice, and because we've lived this, we've experienced this, when you buy a player for 100 million, and for us, we've never broken the £100 million mark, but when you buy a player for 100 million, people, if he doesn't have a good half, or he misplaces a pass, or he just drops, not even a bad game, a 6 out of 10, even a 7 out of 10, people will be saying, what's going on with that player? Oh, he's rubbish. Or £100 million, or 100 million euros, 100 million. Oh, I don't know about that. And the evidence is there just from that first half. You've got a £100 million player that went up against an 18-year-old academy graduate, and people are talking about how good the academy graduate was and saying 100 million, and they're going to have to deal with that all season. Every single time that happens, all season, they're going to have to deal with that. And it will get boring for them very, very quickly, because when we've had it, for instance, like Paul Pogba, he wasn't £100 million, but he was 100 million euros, or near enough there, and we got bored of it quickly. 100 million, like, it gets boring, but that will always happen. We've got nearly 1,400 people watching. We're over 500 likes already. Let's see if we can get to 750 at half time. That would be incredible too. Let's do a quick subscriber count as well. We're at 145,274. If you haven't already subscribed, bottom right hand corner, but you'll be able to see in real time the subscribers go up and tick over if you haven't already. And click those notification bells, because tonight, if the result stays as is right now, you're going to want to tune in, because I can already feel the crowing coming from Flex and KG. But still, there's 45 minutes to go. One would think 11 changes, possibly at half time, maybe 10 if he decides to keep the goalkeeper the same. I don't know. So there's still plenty of time to go, and I think that was a concern by some of us, wasn't it? That the second half might be the time that things go a bit wrong because we'll make those wholesale changes. But we've still got quality players to come on. We've still got Marcus Rashford. We've still got Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Victor Lindelof, Diogo Dalot. So it's not as if we're bringing complete ham and eggers on the pitch. We've got quality players that we're bringing on as well. So yeah, I'm excited, and it's going to be interesting to see if Arsenal make any changes, or if what Arteta's seen he's so furious about that he goes, no, I've got to stick with this team. They've got to bail themselves out of the shit. Jerome with the super chat here says we didn't have to spend a cent on Maino, and he's currently running the midfield. Meanwhile, Rice, yikes for Rice. This is the prophecy. It's coming true. And David says United, yes. Enjoyed that as well. I really enjoyed that first half. What a start to pre-season. I tell you what as well. I want United going for the kill as well. I don't want it to be at the end of the game we're talking about, oh yeah, we won the first half. No. Let's go for the kill. Let's do what we did against Liverpool. We'll have a look at the team news in just a second. You know me, I'm going to have to do all the Man United changes. This is the challenge that I have to do. I did all right against Leeds and Lyon. It's like a Formula 1 pit stop. I have to get rid of all the players and bring them on. It's just, oh. Sasha with the super chat says Rice is a B-Tech version of McTominay. Nothing wrong with a B-Tech though, just ask Fleck. Tom Heaton does stay on, so I think it is going to be 10 changes. So I can see McTominay's on. I think maybe Arsenal may not have made any changes. Because, yeah. Let's see this Man United side. Let's see this Manchester United side in the second half. Remember again to click the like button. So yeah, looks like Arsenal haven't made any changes. So they're going to wait till 60 minutes, I think. T-Man with the super chat says, love Mount signing, but am I the only one who thinks giving him the number 7 shirt is ridiculous? What do you think about it? I was surprised at the time. I've cooled off a bit now. Again, I would have rather them sat it out for a year and give it to Garnacho, but they haven't. So again, United have made changes. I'm still waiting for that confirmed United lineup. Then I'll change the team that you can see on the screen. Kickoff's just about to be underway for the second half. My multitasking is going to have to be solid and strong. And second half is underway at the MetLife Stadium. Currently Manchester United 2, Arsenal 0. And let's see if we've got any updates on these team news. United hopefully can give us some graphics or something, so I can make the changes. Well, or I can figure it out myself. So Casemiro's on, so that McTominay is. So that will mean that Kobbie Mainoo's off. So let's have a look. McTominay's on. So is Casemiro. Oh, there we go. It's coming up on the screen now. Tom Heaton. A back four of Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, Williams. Right. Let's have a look. Dalot. Maguire. Where is Lindelof? Lindelof. And we're looking for Williams. What have we got midfield? We've got Casemiro. Is that Eriksen on? If someone could put it in the chat, that would be good as well. As United just playing it out from the back at the moment. Ball up the pitch. Eriksen. So maybe Eriksen's actually playing in the 10, actually. So let's take Bruno out there. Eriksen. We've got Ahmad on the right-hand side. find Ahmad. Ahmad's there. Oh, the big up Andy's been in the chat. So we've got Heaton, Dallow, Maguire, Lindelof, Williams, Casemiro, Ericsson, Forson, Rashford. Oh, it's actually this way round. Casemiro, Ericsson, Forson, Amari Forson. Got him. Forson and Rashford up front. We did it! Big up everyone in the chat. We did it. It was like a Formula 1 pit stop and we got there in the end. It took us, what, 2.5 minutes? I'll take that. It is Forson. Oh, Ahmad nearly won it back. That's good effort from the community there. UV community. I like it. Thank you very much. We're better together. Here's Christian Eriksen. Pass blocked. Victor Lindelof. Harry Maguire. There's Ahmad on the right-hand side. And all the way back to Tom Heaton. So once again, we've got 10 changes. I mean, still not a weak start. Harry Maguire. Jeez Louise. That's a foul, referee. I tell you what, Harry Maguire, man. Ugh. Already can't handle the pressure. The guy he can't play this style. He just can't do it. Again, not a disservice to him, not even a personal attack or anything like that, but that's not his game. Casemiro, good pass out to the right-hand side. He's looking for Ahmad. It's way too long. He's way overhit. Out for a United throw-in. But again, obviously, look, it's a weaker side in this second half. But it's a decent mixture of players that you maybe would have expected to start in that first half. Like your Rashfords, like your Casemiros. Maybe Ericsson, although, with Copy Manu how he is playing at the moment, wow. Some people are asking who's the captain. Who is the captain in this second half? Is it Casemiro? McTominay gives it back to Lindelof. One thing's for certain, it's not Harry Maguire. There's Brandon Williams playing at left back. Amari Forson. Big opportunity for him. I was surprised to actually see him be named in the squad. I thought it might have been Emeran named in the squad, but Forson was the one named. People are saying Casemiro is the captain. And Ahmad's offside. So I can do this. There you go. The C's on Casemiro. There you go. Have we got any more super chats here? We do indeed. Suleiman says, Sancho false 9 plan B for next season if no striker. We're going to get a striker though, Suleiman. I don't want it to get to that point. Big up for the super chat. My style advisor says, let's all remember how good Ben White is. Apparently better than Wanby and Varane according to Asna fans. Looking like a bench player now. Big up the mods. Yes, big up the mods. Big up the chat too. Big up the UV community. This has been a lot of fun so far. And George says, Casemiro the captain. Big up George. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you for the information. So maybe this is an indication as to who the vice captain is. If it's not Bruno Fernandes being the official club captain, it could be Casemiro, the new vice. Could be the new vice captain. And I've got no problem with it at all. Cass with the armband. Proper leader. Tenacious midfielder. Quick free kick. Drags it wide. Chance. Flash across goal. Big chance by Eddie Nketiah. That should have been 2-1. United were sleeping. It was a quick free kick by Arsenal. It was from Declan Rice. And he puts it wide. What a miss. Who was that meant to be tracking him? It might be Ericsson. Ericsson's looking across. I don't know if he was sleeping. I think he was sleeping a little bit. But also as well, this is Arsenal's still strongest 11. They haven't made any changes from that first half. And that's a corner. United just need to settle down. Again, we've had 10 changes here. We've got a weaker side. Arsenal got a stronger side. Weather the storm to 60 minutes, then they'll make the changes. That's the thing that we've got to be weary of. Maybe take this thing out of the game, manage the game a little bit better too. Certainly a good atmosphere there. Corner ball. Puts it out to the edge of the box. He aimed for Martinelli, but Forson was there right on him. Counter-attack. Ahmad, you're one-on-one with him. Go past him against Tierney. That's a foul, referee. No, referee says play on. I thought that was a foul. I mean, if he wins the ball... Where's the card? Where's the card? 52 minutes gone. Still 2-0 to Manchester United. We are less than 100 likes away from 750. If you haven't already, click that like button and be sure to subscribe. 2-0 to Manchester United if you're just joining us. Goals from Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho. Brilliant tackle by Casemiro. Does get the ball against Bukayo Saka. Arsenal still in possession. Is Arsenal in possession? You're in Timber. Andy says, I feel more nervous with this team out. Wait, obviously. I mean, you're going to. Considering good tackle by Diogo Dalot. There's McTominay. Ericsson. Good 1-2s. Good first touch play. Ahmad. Oh, it's a short pass, Ahmad. Ahmad started poor in the second half. You've got to recover. United get away with it. Oh, he's going to give a free kick. Ah. Oh. But yeah, Ahmad, first, nearly 10 minutes. Couple of wayward passes. Shrugged off the ball. That's not going to cut it. Maybe in those first couple of pre-season games, but now, especially when you're competing to stay. You're competing to stay or go out on loan. If you want to stay and fight for your place, you've got to make an impression. You've got to make your moment count. Football's about time. Tell you what, Ramsdale nearly again. Arsenal nipping the ball around a bit better here. And again, you are more nervous because this is a weaker side from United at this point. Arsenal still have their strongest 11 out. Here's Martinelli. All right, back off a bit. Try and play a 1-2. Can you see that out? Diogo Dalot didn't trust it. Oh, that's poor by Dalot. He just gives it straight to Tierney. Ball into the box. Lindelof clears. United just a bit edgy at the moment. Need to settle down. Again, you're looking at a group of players that are trying to get up to speed with a game against a team that has been playing for 54 minutes, so they're definitely up to speed of it. And I think Arsenal are firmly aware too that this side is going to take a while to warm up. Ahmad's down, and he's holding... Is it his shin or the back of his foot? I think it's the back of his foot he's holding at the moment. Yeah, it's just holding the back of his ankle. Maybe it's his Achilles. It doesn't look good for him. I don't know if it's because he got a kick or something like that. But he's just having some treatment at the moment. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. You hate to see a player get injured in pre-season, don't you? But he does look to be in a bit of pain. Here's hoping he's okay. Again, had a bit of a slow start in that second half so far. Yeah, it does look like maybe his ankle. I mean, I'm assuming it's roll on, roll off subs. So if Ahmad does go off, then maybe you bring on an Anthony or something like that. Maybe. Just walking around a bit gingerly at the moment. Facundo, Drew London says that's right. Palestri is on the bench. Kind of forget how many people are on the bench, actually, don't you? Tierney with the throw-in. Goes out to Declan Rice. No real press there by United. United just need to maybe up the energy levels a little bit. Here's Odegaard. The Bukayo Saka. Up against Brandon Williams. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. Timber. Saka now up against Amari Forson. Just stand your ground. Ball in. United deal with it just about. Odegaard again. Got to be wary. Odegaard, you're in. Timber. Blocked out for a corner. It's going to be backs against the wall. Until Arsenal make those changes, it's going to be backs against the wall. Because there are players in this United side that ain't it. Let's be honest. Maguire's in there. Brandon Williams is in there. It's going to be tough. So this is a real test, I would say, of these players, these United players that are more on the periphery. Fight for your spot. Short corner, Odegaard. Bukayo Saka. Puts it back. Tierney with the shot, blocked by Eriksson. Now you got to get out. Martinelli tries the ball in. Oh, Maguire, man. Harry Maguire. I mean, he's not had much to do so far, but already he's looked... Fucking hell. Ball just went under his feet. Wow. That's a foul. Scott McTominay does well. Free kick to Manchester United. Yeah, I just heard someone from the crowd shout, Declan, you should have picked Chelsea. Well, here comes some of the subs for Arsenal. Strong changes, though, still. Gabriel Jesus, Ben White, Thomas Partey coming on. I thought Maguire's been training 3 times a day with Ricardo Carvalho. But Declan Rice coming off. Well, well, well. In the shadow of Kobe Mainu, Declan Rice exits the pitch. On comes Thomas Partey. And Ben White also on as well. Now, Facundo Palestri is on. Is that for Ahmad? So Ahmad does actually look in quite a lot of pain. That is a shame for him. But Facundo Palestri is on. So that's a big shame for Ahmad. Hope he recovers soon. Hopefully it's a precaution thing. But it was an opportunity for him against Arsenal. But Facundo's on. Now an opportunity for Facundo. Someone also linked with a loan move. That's a foul on Diogo Dalot. United, again, just need to settle a little bit. I think that some of the players are clearly aware they are not good enough. So now it's about getting through the game. And also, if you get an opportunity, set piece, counter-attack. Oh, I tell you what on earth is that? It was a pass by Maguire to, was it Casemiro? Casemiro tried a flick. I don't know if the Casemiro pass was on, by the way, though. From Harry Maguire. What on earth was he thinking? And also, what was Casemiro thinking? But I think the pass initially to Casemiro was way off. What is going on with Harry Maguire? In the opening 15. Arsenal again going to dominate possession. Wow. Harry Maguire so far. Is Gabriel. Ramsdale. And again, this is I don't want to be that guy that constantly homes in on Maguire. But even then, he's fouled Gabriel Jesus there. He's been dragged out of position and fouled Jesus. Honestly, as 15 minutes go, I mean, apart from throwing an own goal or whatever, Harry Maguire looks shaky. Shaky 15 from the former Manchester United captain. Odegaard. Is Tierney. Arsenal going to dominate possession in this half, no doubt about it. Can United hold out? Kai Havertz. Oh, McTominay nearly won the ball back there, but Arsenal still have it once again. Gabriel. Saliba. So Nketiah is now on the left-hand side for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus through the middle. Still a strong Arsenal side, no doubt about it. Some senior players on the pitch for United, but you get the impression it might be backs up against the wall in this second half. Going to really test how defensively resolute we can be. Kieran Tierney with the throw-in, though. Gives it to Kai Havertz. And out to Saliba. Is Ben White. Amari Forster nearly wins it back. Casemiro, a good sliding tackle. Every time United nearly win it back, Arsenal just recycle the ball, and it's just not falling for United so far. in the 62nd minute, though. Still 2-0. Those first half goals from Brandon Williams can get there. Play on. No foul. Casemiro. Got to get out your feet quicker. It's a poor pass by Casemiro again. United have been shocking on the ball in the second half. Casemiro then does what Casemiro does, wins the ball back. Casemiro does that so often, by the way. Will do a bad pass, give it away, and then win it back, or at least put a tackle in. You'd maybe just say in the second half, just a bit of extra quality on the ball. Take care of it. Particularly if you're chasing the ball a lot. Lindelof's just got to deal with this. Tom Heaton puts his foot through it. If you're going to be chasing the ball a lot and you're out of possession, when you do win it back, keep it. Don't be sloppy. Is that a handball? Man United had the free kick, though. Dan says, this set of players looking very rusty. I mean, a couple of these, yeah, you've got Rashford, McTominay, Casemiro, Eriksen, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, all playing their first, Palestri as well, playing their first set of pre-season games. But then players in the first half were playing their first set of pre-season minutes as well, and they didn't look rusty. They looked sharp. Maybe this is why some of the more senior players were playing in this second half, because they're not there just yet. Dalot. Facundo Palestri. He's looking for that overlap. Casemiro's trying to shepherd the ball here. Well done. Palestri. Maguire. Good pass by Harry Maguire. Diogo Dalot stays on side. Maguire does well, actually. Here's Dalot, works into the box. You're going to cut it back. Diogo Dalot, where are you going? Across goal! Oh! Amari Forson, you've missed a sitter. It's Rashi. I can't believe he's missed. It's Rashford. I thought it was Amari Forson. It's not, it's Rashford. I can't believe he's missed. He's missed an open goal. I think he would have been offside. The referee doesn't think put the line. I can't believe he's missed. How on earth has he missed that? Look at Ten Hag. I mean, the liner didn't put his flag up, so I don't know if they would have put his flag up anyway. But still, Rashford. Marcus. And you got to keep the same energy, because if that was Anthony or Sancho, we'd be ripping him apart. That is a chance. Even if he was offside, put it in the back of the net and worry about it later. Could be free. Nketiah on the left-hand side now. Back inside to Kieran Tierney. That's going to be United in this half. Counter-attacks. And I'll give credit to Harry Maguire as well, because he did a good pass in the build-up there. Gave it to Diogo Dalot. I wasn't sure what Dalot was really looking for as well, because he came into the box. I was thinking, is he going to cut it back to McTominay? What's he going to do? He managed to get it across goal. And no tapping, unfortunately, too. My style advisor says, Owen, you're the best at watch-alongs. UV need more. Well, I very much appreciate that as well. We're going to be doing these all the way through pre-season here in the Asylum, so you don't have to worry about a single thing. I'll be here at all times of the day, the night, the evening, the morning, wherever you're watching it from. And big up my style advisor as well. I was gifted five, count them, 5 memberships. Big up to Daniel, Digital Dozer, Wayne, Marty, K. De Niro, all gifted memberships as well. Big up my style advisor, long-time supporter of the channel and my style as well. Across every channel, UV, my own channel as well. I see you and I appreciate the support. And this is why I look as spectacular as I do, because of my style advisor. Bukayo Saka up against Brandon Williams. Feels like a mismatch. Odegaard. Chips it in. Just over the bar. It was Kai Havertz. United backs against the wall. This is going to be the second half. Got to hang on. But it's a chance. Martin Odegaard's so dangerous from those positions. Look at this. 25 yards. Brilliant ball in. Havertz should score. And to be honest, Tom Heaton comes out. He's in no man's land. He's kind of flapping at it. Kai Havertz puts it over the bar. And Arsenal will be looking at this half so far and go, we've had a couple of chances. It looks a completely different game. I mean, that's what happens when you make 10 changes. And United are going to have to hang on a little bit. And also, when we have these chances in this second half, you've got to take them, because Arsenal are going to dominate the ball. They're going to dominate possession. They've still got out basically their first team. Yeah, they've made a couple of changes, but they've got a far superior team on the pitch right now than we do. Marcus says, is Johnny Evans on the bench, Owen? He's not. He's not on the bench, no. He's going to be with the academy team in California for that game against Wrexham at Snapdragon Stadium. So he's not with the team in New Jersey. I mean, he might be with the squad, I don't know. But there might be sort of separate bases, I'm not too sure. 67 minutes. Saka tries the ball to Ben White. Victor Lindelof does well. Well done, Victor Lindelof. But Arsenal firmly putting the pressure on us in this second half. As you would expect. I mean, I don't think you can expect the same level of performance we saw in the first half, considering some of the players on the pitch. But also, you know, there are senior players on the pitch. No doubt about that. But you can certainly see why some of these players might be on the periphery as well. And there's no doubt Arsenal are going to have chances. They've already had a couple, so they'll have more. Gabriel steps past Casemiro with ease. Tierney, ball into the box. It's a good one as well. Header, back post. Gabriel Jesus with it. Caught by Tom Heaton. It came to really nothing in the end. But Arsenal still putting the pressure on. United, apart from that Rashford chance that might have been offside anyway, not done too much. Been actually quite poor. Maguire gives it to Rashford. Eriksen looking for McTominay. He's kind of in behind on the right-hand side. Now, you got to be careful. What can you do? Ball in for Eriksen. Nobody there. This is a bit too much. Final ball wasn't great. Throw into Arsenal. Ben White right in there towards their corner flag as well. Hopefully United can pen them in a bit. Still 2-0. Close to the 70th minute. 20 more minutes remain, maybe plus some stoppage time. Handball given against Amari Forson. Free kick to Arsenal. We're only 40 likes away, by the way, from 750 likes. Yes, 750. Let's see if we can get that. And then who knows what the next target could be. And if you haven't already, subscribe bottom right-hand corner too. First half goals from Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho, the difference so far. Ben White standing over this free kick. Long ball up the pitch. Lindelof. Is he going to try and see it out? It goes back to Tom Heaton. Is Tom Heaton going to go? He goes short to Diogo Dalot. Just to get a bit more nervous playing out from the back with these players. United do work it well. Harry Maguire on the right-hand side. It's a poor pass. Harry Maguire again. Harry Maguire tries to give it to Facundo Pellistri. It's just a terrible pass. And United... whoa, just get away with it. But again, Harry Maguire. Oh, it's a good pass by Eriksen. Looking for Rashford. Oh, it's a poor touch. Rashford, he's going to get there. Keep going, Rashy. Keep going. He's going to give away a foul in the end. But, I mean, United get away with it there because Harry Maguire's pass, it's short. He sounds out for Facundo Pellistri. Travelling with the ball, and then a short pass. And luckily, United get away with it. And we nearly actually benefited from it from a Marcus Rashford just pressure up the front of the pitch. But, wow. Harry Maguire has played, 25 minutes in this second half. He's done one good pass, nearly built to something, but fucking hell. I mean, I'm swearing, it's late, but oh my goodness me. Here come more changes from Arsenal. Trossard, Smith-Rowe, Jorginho coming on. Nketiah comes off. I think Vieira's coming on as well. Kai Havertz. Bukayo Saka's off as well. I mean, I thought him losing the armband, Harry Maguire, was meant to sort of lift his confidence levels. He looks worse. He looks so nervous, so shaky. And his passing and his touch is more erratic than usual. And again, you feel bad for him at times because you just go, mate, I just don't think this is not for you. like this style of play, it's just carrying the ball out, the passing. It's just not there. Oh, remember as well, we're getting a penalty shootout at the end of this too. Here's Smith-Rowe. He's playing in a sort of central midfield role. Jorginho. Horn Excalibur says, why isn't Gore getting a chance, Owen? The only thing I can think of is maybe it's because he's already had minutes. Harry Maguire with a foul. And Maguire's going to get booked. Maguire's getting booked. Come on, ref. That's only one foul he's done. Maguire, man. What has he done in this half? He's literally misplaced like 3 or 4 passes and got a booking. It's just clumsy. I don't know if it's a booking. It's just clumsy, though. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Oh. Man. Honestly. Again, this style of football ain't for him. And I see someone in the chat saying it's an agenda. It's not. The guy's come on. And he's done a good pass for a build-up to an opportunity. But that is it. Apart from that, he's just given the ball away every time and now got booked. He has been nuts. Ball in by Tierney. Headed away by Casemiro. Good touch that by Jorginho. But it's a heavy pass. Goes out for United goal kick. Nearly 74 minutes gone. Again, I don't know if with him, maybe it's even more confidence or something like that. I don't know. But wow. In the second half. Short goal kick. Tom Heaton. Puts it out to Brandon Williams. Hoofs it up the pitch. Goes long. Header by Tierney. It's Thomas Partey. Bit of pressure by Amari Forson. United just got to try and get up the pitch as well. And here's Arsenal playing out from the back again. Tierney. Smith Rowe, who had so many injuries last season. I think right towards the end of the season, maybe he came back, but he was basically out for the entirety of the Arsenal season, wasn't he? Ramsdale. Gives it to Ben White. Let's be honest, Arsenal have basically dominated the second half. As you would expect with, obviously, United making 10 changes, but I think probably maybe some of the United players from that first half are feeling pretty comfortable they might start the next game. Partey. Odegaard. Oh, did Casemiro get something in the face? And has the referee given it the other way for a handball? Is he taking the piss? Let's have a look at this. It hits him in the face. How is that? It hits him in the face. He's given a handball. It hit him in the face. What? Wait. This ref.
You are on crack.
What is going on? The ball clearly smacks him square in the mush. Right there. Concussion, okay? And he's gone handball. Handball? I'd be getting up going, are you taking the piss? My nose is broken, man. I've just had a football right through me. And you're given handball. This ref, and he's booked 2 of our players too. For no reason. Yeah, there was some rough tackles, but think about them in the first half. Yuri and Timber fouling us left, right and centre. Gabriel, pulling shirts, cynical fouls. Kai Havertz in the first half. Honestly, to God. I think Casemiro's getting up going, the ball's hit me in the face and they've got a free kick. How? For a handball. It hit me in the eye. I can't see. I got double vision. He must think he's got concussion if he comes up. He comes up, he's and they've gone, yeah, it's a free kick the other way, handball. I must have been hit really hard because I heard you say handball, free kick, Arsenal. Look at him drawing the line with his stupid spray. Get off of here. The guy's nuts. Jorginho stands over the free kick. Now let Casemiro get back on the pitch. I just pick up the ball. I do a proper handball. Go, this is a handball. Knobhead. Smith Rowe. Trossard. He's just gone past Rashford like he's not even there. Ball in. By the way, Rashford, you made no attempt with that. Trossard just went past him like nothing. And Rashford was just standing there. Well done, Victor Lindelof as well. Great turn done. Harry Maguire. Are we getting a successful pass? Ball over the top. I mean, it was hit and hope, Harry. Oh, United might win something from it from Facundo Palestri. No. Man. Harry. I mean, I'm doing my best to try and be as impartial as possible with Harry Maguire, so it's not coming across like an agenda or anything like that, because I don't want to be that guy, because he gets enough of it on social media. But oh my God. It's not a foul, ref. He's given a foul against Casemiro on Smith Rowe. Oh. This ref. And if AFTV have the nerve to be like, referee was biased against us, are you kidding me? We've got 2 yellow cards. Casemiro got a free kick for a ball in the face. Look at Casemiro giving him daggers. Good. Good. He's looking at him going, I still can't see properly. If they weren't wearing a highlighter kit, I wouldn't be able to see him properly. Thank goodness, the luminosity is helping me. There's a drinks break now. 12 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Still 2-0. My style advisor says, I'm loving Tom Heaton in goal. Imagine Onana. Eyes. The bombastic side eye. Shades of KG, that comedian. Yeah, but I would say fair play to Tom Heaton, actually. He's done really well today. Really, really well today, actually. And again, it might be one of his sort of last games in a United shirt. It's been rumoured that he could be going to Luton. Sashiv says this ref's on crack. I don't know what he's on, but he should definitely have a wee-wee test after the game. Check what's in his system. Either that or he's got to go to Specsavers, because apparently the hand is right between your eyes now. Can you imagine that? Look into my hands. You pointed to your eyes. Well, that's where the football hit. As you can tell, I'm a right nuisance on the touchline. Whenever I'm at a football game, or if I'm on the bench and stuff like that, I'm constantly going at the fourth official. But 10 minutes remaining. How are we all feeling? Again, it's definitely been backs against the wall in this second half. AK says, why is there a penalty shootout in Owen? Vibes, I think. Why not? Why not? I think is the best response to that one. Why? Why not? 10 minutes remain. Still 2-0 to Manchester United. Hold out. Come on. Free kick. For what again? I don't know. Ben White. Being pressured by Rashford, who really hasn't done that much in the second half. I mean, it's difficult because there's not really been any chances created. The most thing he was involved in was that miss from like 3 yards out that he might have been offside. Casemiro gives it back to Dalot. Got to be careful. There's sand flying up off that pitch. Good pass by Casemiro. Lays it off to McTominay. Rashford again. Keep going. Rashford's going to take a shot. Takes a deflection. Goes straight back to Ramsdale. IB's been a member for 11 months. Says 5-yard penalty. First down. Pull on the face mask. Flag on the field. Go into that little tent to have a look at it. I know my NFL. I'm a Giants fan. This is the stadium. 5-yard penalty. First down. Pulling on the face. Pushback. Oh, well played, Victor Lindelof. Pressure, excellent. Victor Lindelof, pressure on. He really is the Iceman. That's composure. That's why Victor Lindelof is a strong number 3. Dalot with a crossfield pass. I'm not sure who to. I think he might have been aiming for Forson. Didn't get really anywhere near him. Lil Yo says 750 likes. Let's push it to 800. Yes, we've already hit 750. We've got 10 minutes. I tell you what, we've got 10 minutes to get to 1,000. Could you imagine? It would be incroyable. A little bit of a la Francais on this first US preseason stream. Ed says, defense. Defense. Well, I'm not sure what that clap was. Defense. Defense. D and offense. Gabriel Jesus. Lindelof's all over him, though. That's what you like to see. Referee gives a free kick to Arsenal, because of course. Why wouldn't he? Empire says, United with a rebound. 5 yards. Flag on the play. I'm gonna not go crazy with the US puns. We have a very strong US audience. I love our US fans. They've been incredibly hospitable to Flex and KG. Hospitable. There you go, to Flex and KG. And 10 minutes to go till midnight, and less than 10 minutes to go to the end of the game, and a penalty shootout as well. What a garnish. The cherry on top of the bakewell that would be a Manchester United victory against Arsenal. Tom Heaton. Oh, Maguire. Jeez Louise. Playing out from the back, United win a throw-in. That pressure, that kind of like nervousness when we were playing out from the back just wasn't there in the first half. Now it's like, oh. Dallo. Who on earth is that to? Diogo Dallo, right into the middle of the pitch to Thomas Partey. He was aiming for Eriksen. He was a mile off. He aimed for Eriksen in the past, nearly landed in New York City. For reference, it's in New Jersey. Jorginho. Partey. And that's a free kick to Arsenal, because why wouldn't it be? With this referee. 5.5 minutes remain, plus stoppage time. Still 2-0 to Manchester United. Mari Force, that's a foul! That's a foul, referee, and I bet you'll book him. Book him. Good, good, finally, finally.
But where's the card then? Where's the card?
It took long enough. It's taken nearly 85 minutes for a booking. Shocking. Still a black levels. Shocking. Still a black levels, actually. Shocking. And surprise, surprise. She used to host it. Maguire. All the way back to Tom Heaton. Less than 5 minutes to go. Heaton again. Gives it out to Harry Maguire. Heaton pumps it up the pitch. Stays in. Still in. Well done, McTominay. He's pulling the shirt, ref. Oh, he's carry on going. Palestri, you're through. You're through. Keep going all the way. Palestri. Oh, it's over the bar. He got too confident, so he got a rush of blood. Skies it over the bar. Offers a handout of apology to Marcus Rashford. Scott McTominay does really well, by the way. It's poor by Tierney. He just goes past him. To be fair, actually, McTominay, for the little that he's been able to do in the second half, McTominay's actually done all right. He's done okay. He's shown some good strength. I mean, he's been playing more as a 10, but I think he's done okay. It's just Danny says, super chats. Have I missed one? Let's have a look. I missed this one from It's Just Danny. It's saying, playing rival friendlies is asking for trouble. Oh, what about injuries or something? I like it. I like playing the other Premier League sides in the friendlies, as long as you win, obviously. Tom Heaton. Also, I think, shout out Tom Heaton, by the way, because hasn't had to make, well, actually, no, that's a lie. I was going to say hasn't had to make big saves. He made a double save in the first half and he did well. He's done well the whole game. Experienced. Maguire. Out to Diogo Dalot. A rare chance for United to have a bit of space on this pitch. Goes back to Harry Maguire. Pass to Casemiro. Vice captain. Rashford. Gets it back. Marcus Rashford. Facundo Palestri. McTominay. Is Rashford again. On the right-hand side. Foot on it, just kind of slowing it down a little bit. McTominay gives it to Victor Lindelof. Out to Brandon Williams. Harry Maguire again. Don't, Harry. Don't, keep it simple. Casemiro is aiming for Dalot. It's a great pass, actually. Dalot needs support. Gives it back to Rashford. It's a great pass by Casemiro, that was. Found Dalot excellently. Maguire. Christian Eriksen. Casemiro. Lindelof again. A rare bit of Manchester United possession here. Oh, good pass again by Casemiro. Finds Facundo Palestri. He didn't really have any options, so he tries just to hit it into the box and it doesn't really go anywhere. Arsenal have a throw-in. 2 minutes left to go. Europe would call it the final countdown. Here's Ben White. 82,262 at the MetLife Stadium this evening in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Highest attended football, not soccer match at the MetLife Stadium ever. And one thing I would say, if they're planning on having more football matches at this stadium, is sort your pitch out. Because the right-hand side looks like a litter box. There's Emil Smith-Rowe. Lindelof managed to keep up with him. Trossard tries to put the ball in. Oh, as he said, handball. Well, you can never know with this referee. He said handball. It might not be. It might have just hit him in the face. You never know. But he's given a free kick, this ref. This ref legitimately has been rubbish in this second half. But it's going to be Trossard standing over it. Is he going to try and put the ball in the box, or is he going to try and catch out Tom Heaton with an attempt on target? Trossard stands over. Arsenal number 19. Hands up in the air. I think he's going to put a ball in. Tries it. Oh, Heaton get lost again in no man's land. Oof. It was a header towards goal. I think Brandon Williams might have just touched it around the post as well. It's a corner. I mean, unless Brandon Williams... Did Brandon Williams get his head to that? Or again, is this the referee just going, I want to Arsenal to have a corner? 4 minutes? For what? It's a friendly. It's a friendly match, Miss Ref. I know there was a drinks break, but my word. Corner ball, ball in. Headed away by Brandon Williams. Big up Rich in the chat, says, let's go, we'll win the league. We're 10 likes away from 800, by the way. If you haven't already, click that like button. We're not going anywhere anytime soon because there's going to be a penalty shootout as well. Jorginho. Good tackle. Well done, Brandon Williams. Good tackle by Brandon Williams on Kieran Tierney. I'm messing around there. It's going to be a long throw here, seemingly from Kieran Tierney. We're over 800. Oh, we might actually hit 1,000. If we hit 1,000 likes, I'd be... Oh, it would make my night. Or morning, as we're going into the wee hours of the morning. Or wee minutes of the morning. Got a strong viewer to like ratio this evening, and I love it. Confirmation of the attendance. Over 82,000 in attendance at MetLife. Oh, it's a shocking pass. It's out for a Manchester United throw-in. Calm. 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 Who is that guy that used to say calm down? It's just a commercial on those adverts. I don't think he's alive anymore. Took a bit of a morbid turn, that. It looks like actually Dallo and Brandon Williams have swapped sides. For whatever reason. Dallo's now at left back and Brandon Williams now at right back. Speaking of which, Tierney goes for a cross, blocked by Brandon Williams again. McTominay. Oh, it's a foul. Well done, Brandon Williams again, by the way. He's had for a 5-minute period. Brandon Williams has had Kieran Tierney on toast. Where's the card again, ref? Play the sound effect, Owen. I will.
So where's the card then? Where's the card?
And another foul. Obviously, Brandon Williams, still Salim, clearly. Let's not get too carried away. But he's done well against Kieran Tierney in the last few minutes. As Lil Yo-Yo says, tranquillo. Which is calm. Goal kick to Arsenal. We're coming into the final minute. Ramsdale gives it to Ben White. And United win it back. Good pressure. Well done. McTominay, strength again. Unlucky. Casemiro. It's a bit of a heavy touch, unfortunately, for him. Here's Thomas Partey. Martin Odegaard. Maybe a bit too much space in the middle. One final attack maybe for Arsenal here. United got to be careful. Get back in position. Stay resolute. Gabriel. Here's Ben White. 20 seconds remain. Odegaard. Ball across to Kieran Tierney again. Once again now, Dallo's back out on the right-hand side. Looks like him and Williams have swapped once more. Swapping inverted fullbacks. Ten Hag. The genius. Eric Ten Genius. And that's it. Full time, and Manchester United have defeated Arsenal by 2-0. Title charge by Arsenal. This is the greatest team ever assembled. They're basically going to be the Invincibles again, aren't they? They're basically going to be the Invincibles. And guess what? I don't know what's more embarrassing. The fact that we beat you in the first half without a striker, or the fact that in the second half, with our shit players, with our second team, and you still having your strong team for 50 minutes, or however long it was, 20 minutes, you still couldn't score. You still couldn't put any past us. Tom Heaton's in goal. We've signed Andre Onana for over 40 million. He didn't even play. We haven't even got Rasmus Højlund yet. First half, Jadon Sancho was up front. He scored goals. Your rice has been overcooked. It's all mushy. And guess what? It's been Maynoed into a pulp because an 18-year-old has dominated you in the MetLife. I tell you what. Special moment. It's only pre-season, but you've got to drink it in. You've got to drink it in and you've got to enjoy. Round of applause for Manchester United in the chat. 2-0. AFTV. Robbie, I think you might have to stop.
Believe.
Because it's not looking good for you. It's not looking good for Arsenal. It's only pre-season. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's pre-season. Don't blame the MetLife. Don't blame the jet lag. Don't blame Joe Biden. Don't blame Kamala Harris. Don't blame any of them. It's not their fault. Where's Lee Mason? Or Ty? What about when Gabriel Hensey elbowed Lauren back in 2004? What about then? What about then? The blueprint. No blueprint involved here. Only red. Red printed all over you. Manchester United 2. Arsenal 0. What were they saying in Times Square? What were they saying? 3-0? 3-1? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. They say concrete jungle where dreams are made of, where nightmares are made of for Arsenal this evening. And it's not even in New York, it's in New Jersey. Sopranos. We've just executed a hit out on Arsenal. Tony Soprano. Just like the end of The Sopranos, spoiler, it's all gone and faded to black for Arsenal in this pre-season match at MetLife. And you can say, oh, you're being shameless, it's only pre-season. Yes, I am. Yes, I am being shameless. If you can't enjoy victories, then why bother? Why bother? As Nathaniel said, forget about it. In New Jersey. Whew, I can't wait. I can't wait. A bit like, I tell you what, Arsenal, they're in the US. They should call up the FBI and go into witness relocation. Witness protection. We'll never hear of them again. Don Robbie, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm Jeremiah Smith. I'm a plumber from New Jersey. I don't run AFTV. No, not me. No, not me. I don't know who you're talking about. You must have me confused with someone else. I've been made. I've been made. They found me again on AFTV. Don't blame the pitch. Whew. It doesn't matter. It'd matter if you won. As Jeffrey says, the plumber and Arsenal got piped. And they had the nerve to be like, we'll beat you because we beat the MLS All-Stars. Even Wayne Rooney looks at them, a United legend, and goes, they're shit. You kidding me? And again, I don't know what's more embarrassing. The fact that, yeah, we beat you in the first half. We changed all of our players, and we still won the game. Oh, it's penalty shootout time, guys. Casemiro's going to step up. Oh, what a penalty. Ah, sensational. Do I have to count these on the scoreboard? Because I can't really be bothered. I want to just keep the full-time thing. I still don't get the point of this. They've seen goals. This is completely pointless. And get ready for if Arsenal win the penalty shootout. We won the penalty shootout. Why? I don't know. But still, we've got penalty shootouts involved. Tom Heaton, Odegaard, on guard. Odegaard steps up and scores. The first Arsenal goal of the day. The first time the ball's been in the net for Arsenal. It took over 90 minutes to do it. Mikel Arteta is going to park his Lego hair this evening next to his bedside and go, it was a fucking shit. It's an experience. It does feel very strange why they're doing this. I still don't get. I'd be so shameless, by the way, if we won the penalty shootout. If I was in the thing, I'd be like running up, doing the belly slide. Diogo Dalot, brilliant penalty. 2-1. Excellent. By Diogo Dalot. Excellent. By the United right back. I think they should have done a penalty shootout, but they should have done it how they used to do it back in the sort of early days of the MLS, when they tried to reinvent penalties, where they'd do it from the halfway line and they'd sort of run and the keeper would have to come out. Godson says, King Fraud Rice, King Fraud Fried Rice. Ah, excellent. A number 41. I'll have a number 41, please, which is a King Fraud Fried Rice. That's great, it's cost 100 million. And Trossard scores. Heaton was close. I like that, by the way, Godson 16. I'll have a number 41, please. A King Fraud Fried Rice. That'll be 100 million pounds. What? It's not even that good. I've got better at home. Victor Lindelof's going to step up. Scored the winning penalty against Brighton. Took us to the FA Cup final. The Iceman. Big Vic. Currently 2-2 on penalties. Lindelof right down the middle. And that's 3 successful penalties by Manchester United so far. I tell you what, if I lost a match, I could not be bothered with these penalties, honestly. Who's going to be standing up next for Arsenal? It's Vieira. Not that one. The other one. I mean, considering that there's nothing on it, you'd think that Do something quite sort of extravagant. Are we going to get a Panenka? Tom Heaton talking some smack. Vieira. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's a field goal. It's a field goal. Touchdown. It's good. It's good. I'm not sure a career in football is good for you. Maybe not this version of football, but American football, you'd be a pretty good kicker. I wonder if the Giants are hiring. Fabio Vieira. It might be good for you. Ha ha ha. Oof. 3-2 up in the penalty shootout. Who's stepping up for Manchester United? It's Rashford. Rashi. Marcus Rashford. Stops. Stutter. Easy as you like. Bottom right hand corner. That one is good. It's good in the back of the net, unlike Vieira. Look at that. Cool, calm, collected. Easy. Easy as you like. Oh, Fabio Vieira's penalty. Just came down. Crossed the Atlantic and landed firmly on my head here in the Asylum. That's why I'm here in the Asylum. It's Jorginho stepping up. He's known for penalties, isn't he? He missed one in the Euros final. Tom Heaton, he's playing games. Look at him. Keep talking. Keep talking. Jorginho. Jorginho steps up. Is he going to do the skip? Jorginho scores. Of course he does. Now who's going to step up for Manchester United? Of course, if we score this, we've won. We've got nearly 1,300 people watching. Just over 100 to go until 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. 1K likes in the match view. The first one of the US preseason tour here in the Asylum. It's the stuff dreams are made of. Who's up for United? Can't see just yet. Oh, it's Christian Eriksen. Former Spurs Christian Eriksen. Eriksen. Oh, we've won. We've beaten them twice. 1-2 in regulation time, in penalty time. It's Eriksen time. And it's a former Spurs player. Drives a dagger in the heart. Oh, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. What's the time? It's 12 minutes past midnight. Arsenal are dead. Are dead. I'm calling it. It's over. I like to say the final rites for Arsenal at the MetLife. Because it's over for them. Flatlined. We beat when something doesn't even matter as well. Penalty. Arsenal, the only team that can lose twice in the space of a couple of hours. Incroyable. I'd have another 41, please. A kung fraud fried rice. 100 million pounds. Again, we're feasting tonight. Thank you very much. Only Arsenal can bottle a match twice. Arsenal bottled it in regulation time, and they bottled it at penalties too. But they've got bigger fish to fry. That's all it is. I'm calling it. I don't feel a pulse. I don't feel it. It's all gone. Oh, incroyable. Look at that. Oh, what a great start. What a great start. What a great evening. Again, if you are just joining us, Manchester United have won not once, but twice. We won in regulation time, winning 2-0. First half goals from Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho. Then, get this, we changed our whole team in the second half, apart from Tom Heaton. They didn't for 20 minutes, and they still couldn't score. We still beat them. They then brought on still first-team players. They still couldn't score. We still beat them. Then we played them on penalties, and we still beat them. Arsenal eating losses all over the place. They're greedy. It's American portion-sized L's this evening. American portion-sized losses for Arsenal. Oh, it tastes so sweet, doesn't it? And again, I know it's only pre-season. You'll say, Owen, you're shameless. And I'll say, absolutely I am. Of course I am. It's nearly 15:15 midnight. I don't want to go to sleep. How am I meant to go to sleep now? Oh, I've got a shot of adrenaline right in the arm. While Arsenal, there's a corpse over there. that looks like the way they played. Oh, That's the thing with Arsenal, in all seriousness. When you think they can't make you laugh more, they'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing it. In all seriousness, though, first half, United were brilliant. United deservedly were 2-0 up. That team in the first half, Kobbie Mainoo, man of the match. Kobbie Mainoo is special. It might only be pre-season. He might be 18. But look at the comparison. And this is what I was saying before. To all of those Arsenal people, I said, be careful what you wish for when you buy a player for over £100 million, like a Declan Rice, when he has an average game or an above average game. Good is not good enough. Meanwhile, this is the thing. I said I'm going to keep doing this joke till I die because I think it's tremendous. I'll have a 41, please. A King Fraud fried rice. That's £100 million. Why would I want to give £100 million? I've got good rice at home. His name's Kobbie Mainoo. You've been Kobbie Mainoo'd into the ground, Declan. Embarrassing. Kobbie Mainoo, an 18-year-old academy graduate, steals the show in that first half. Absolutely steals the show. Best player out on the pitch by a country mile. And it wasn't just, I'd be wrong just to say it was Declan Rice that he scored. He scored Kai Havertz. Shy Havertz. Very, very shy this evening. Doesn't even want to talk to his own teammates. Martin Odegaard. Martin, oh my God. Oh my God. Martin, oh my God. This evening. Because the only thing he was going, oh my God, about was how rubbish Arsenal were playing. Manchester United were all over him. And then even in the second half, when again, we've got our not good players out. Harry Maguire, he tried his very best. He said, here, have the ball several times. Keep having it. And Arsenal went, no, have it back. Keep having it back. And we still managed not to concede. So tremendous. And karma's a funny thing, isn't it? You know, one moment you're in Times Square saying that Ten Hag had copied Mikel Arteta's blueprint. And then the next thing you know, you've lost twice in 100 minutes. In normal time and on penalties too. Life comes very quickly at you. And sometimes it comes at you like a ball to the face, like Casemiro, which was also given as a handball. Let's not act like this referee weren't trying it as well. I mean, even the referee, I think, was glazes out. He was cronky in, certainly. Give everything to them throughout the majority of the game. And we still got the victory. Manchester United, 3 wins in pre-season so far, 3 clean sheets, and as I mentioned, not even our strongest team in the first half. We beat Arsenal without a striker. Let that sink in. Let the sink in. Physically, metaphorically. Don't. That would cost a lot in terms of plumbing. The point being is, we beat them without a striker. We beat them and kept a clean sheet without our brand new goalkeeper. Shout out Tom Heaton. He was excellent as well. He was absolutely awesome in that game. But we still didn't have, again, our best teammate, and we beat him. And this is what's funny too. We're told before the game, and this is we try and tell Arsenal fans. I feel like I'm going crazy here because we try and tell Arsenal fans, don't we, all the time. We try and say, guys, you're being deluded. What did you achieve last season? What did you do? What did you do last season? What did you achieve? Oh, that big second place trophy. Even in the dark decade that we've been living in, since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, we've got a couple of second place trophies. Guess what? They don't exist. What did you do for all this talk? Arteta this, Arteta that, Declan Rice. Again, I know it's only pre-season, and the proof will firmly be in the pudding when it comes to the beginning of the season and when we go to the Emirates in our second away game. But wow, you've got to be careful that your mouth doesn't write checks that you can't cash. And they spent a lot of it this summer, £100 million of it. Their goalkeeper, Ramsdale, by the way, first half, terrible. You'd rather have Tom Heaton in goal than that. He was awful. I mean, I am so happy. And I cannot wait to see the reaction of Flex and KG out there because we tried to warn you. We tried to tell you. And, you know, it's not... I genuinely don't know what Arsenal's excuse is going to be as well. Because apart from its pre-season, it doesn't matter. Because that's their first half with their strongest team. Maybe they'd swap in like Gabriel Jesus for Nketiah or something like that. But it's their strongest. They had their signings played. They had Urian Timber there. They had Declan Rice there. Well, what next? They had Kai Havertz playing. They had all of their signings playing. What? What now? And then on top of that, if you even had the little modicum to be like, wow, we won the penalty shootout, they didn't even do that. Fabio Vieira's ball still in orbit. I think it's going to knock a satellite out. If it does, that's why I've gone off. Somehow it's broken the... I don't know. It's crashing down to Earth, something like that. Shocking. You've been Maynoed, yeah? And as Kevin says, you've been Colby Maynoed. Oh, tremendous. Let me see super chats here. I'm sure I've missed out on a couple. George says, you're one funny guy. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in this evening as well. It's been a lot of fun. And again, this is what it's going to be for the next couple of weeks. These late night streams, these Osylum streams at the wee hours of the morning. I've said to people, you know, they're going, oh, Owen, how are you going to do it? I said, this is my territory. Yeah, when you watch wrestling for over 20 years, you're used to this. Night owls, that's what we all are at the moment. Polat Gal says, don't forget Arteta blueprint, Owen. Yeah, the blueprint. The blueprint, honestly. I've got half a mind. I've still got that clip, remember? I've still got that clip. I might play it again because in terms of the context now, it looks even more hilarious, doesn't it? It looks even more hilarious. And ultimately, I know deep down it doesn't matter because if Arsenal beat us at the Emirates, no one's going to be talking about the pre-season. But the point being is it just feels good, isn't it, that it's like all the talk. And I think even, to be honest, even the United fans going into this game are like, Arsenal, you know, they've signed well, got good players, got a good team. They might beat us, you know. We got good players, but we're still not ready. A lot of our players, this is their first bit of pre-season. Remember Arsenal, they've already had a pre-season game with their international players against the MLS All-Stars. That because they won 5-0. Sorry, they were like, oh, we'll definitely beat United. Hilarious. Lil Yo-Yo says, Paella Vieira shot still flying into the sky. Yeah, actually, this is a good point. I believe, even though it's got stuck on the screen because it was such a good super chat, if you actually go outside now, it's like when you see like a comet, or they say on one of these nights, if you look to the sky, you can see Mars. If you look up into the sky now, you can actually see it's like a shooting star. There'll be fire around it because, you know, when it comes back down through orbit. If you look to the sky, you can actually see Vieira's penalty. It's pretty impressive. It's... excellent. Lil Yo-Yo says, I've eaten so much rice, I've put on some timber. The only thing going down and yelling timber is Arsenal at the moment. Come on, boom, boom, boom. Yes, we can do this all day, like Captain America. Nevertheless, guys, there you go. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. How many likes are we on at the moment? We're currently at... whoa, over 1,000. We did it, by the way. We actually did it. Over 1,000 likes for a solo Osylum match view stream at nearly midnight. Yes, you guys, we've got the connection. I tell you what we do and what Arsenal don't anymore.
Believe.
Oh, yes. Sensational. And be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, as I mentioned. You ain't going to want to miss the reaction that's coming. We all know what's coming, okay? Flex and KG, particularly KG, is coming. Yeah? Kevin Gary is limbering up. You remember those stretches he does at the beginning of the Flex and KG show? You know, when he's stretching out his legs and stuff like that? That's coming. He's limbering up. And he's going to be salty as... Oh, I cannot wait. Rafa Antoine's been a member for 13 months, over a year of support. Big up, Rafa. Says, Owen, I got it. It's coming down in Colombia. Rafa's caught it. Good. We now know. We can let people know. It's not a danger to anyone. It could have been a catastrophic event. A bit like when a meteor came down and wiped out the dinosaurs. Fabio Vieira's penalty is going to come down, wipe out humanity. You know, forget a new pandemic. We've got to be careful of the Vieira penalty. That's what we've got to be careful for. Nevertheless, guys, as I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Plenty of content on the horizon. Thank you for joining me this evening, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. I'm out of here. Peace.